Okay,
Sweet.
we are live.
All right. Well, welcome back, guys. Give you a little recap of last session. Basically, you guys are able to escape Kessel. You got the kind of the newly freed Padawans and younglings, and had a real awkward ship journey. I know. Gil tried to do a little bit of juggling and tried to make nice with the kids. The trip didn't go too well, but after he just had the younglings, he was able to get a little bit of respect and admiration from them. Afterwards, you guys did arrive on Caught, hoping to meet your contact at 2. He told you to meet him at one of his favorite bars in town. You guys made it to the cantina, but everything seemed a little off. You didn't see a 2 anywhere in sight. And then when you mentioned his name to the bartender, the guy got a little sketched out about it. You notice he quickly ran to tap into a data pad and signal somebody that you'd come here asking for a 2. After a few moments, you saw a hit squad run by the Rough Riders come into the cantina. You guys had a pretty rough fight with them, or at least Noru had a rough fight with them, I should say. But fortunately, Pig's Malaysia took down 2 of their heavy hitters for most of the fight. You guys were able to beat the guys, and uh, Gil actually brought weaponized younglings with them to the battle, and they had some guns and were able to help
Woo!
out. I think one of them blew a guy's head off with a sniper rifle, so that younglings going places in life. Uh, Afterwards, you guys did find some clues that looks like the group, the Rough Riders, is a kind of a mercenary group based off Caught. But one of the more interesting pieces about them is they have kind of contacts to the nobility. Uh, and it seems like they're being used by the senator from Caught to help fulfill his ambition of getting rid of force users from the galaxy. So, what you guys did were able to find where their compound was for the people, and get kind of a good location to start for, where they search from a 2. I think that's where you guys are heading off now. So we'll kind of pick up there.
Had we done any recon on the facility yet? I don't remember.
I think you just found the kind of where the facility was. You're still kind of by the ship at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can. Whatever we think we can tap into.
Yeah, I think Ping. I think Ping looks like the senator, right? Is that what we did last time?
That's right. Yeah, so Ping was able to. I think he found some videos from this senator and was able to mimic his appearance. I think he was trying to train to get his voice down.
All right, nice. Yeah,
Perfect.
so
So
we
what do
can
you
do
guys think?
some recon. We can kind of just walk in like we own the place. I'm up for whatever.
Actually, with your disguise, it's not maybe not a horrible idea. Did because I think Ping did some research before he turned into the senator. Anything else that he might have gained in regards to entourage? The rest of us able to tag along potentially?
So with his entourage, you see, it looks like he favors droids. So he's got a lot of droids around him. Also, it looks like he's got some people that look like they kind of not Mandalorians, but definitely taking some cues from the Mandalorians. They've got similar style armor and kind of demeanor about them. And you see some of the back pictures.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we kind of have the Mando part. Uh,
We do have a slight problem about this, though. And Gil will just kind of point to Corin, still kind of locked in his arms in a big old hug, half like side hug, mostly keeping them from running away. We do
Oh, that's
have
right.
the
We
kid
took
with
the kid.
us. We didn't want him starting any rebellions with the children on this hostile city planet. You, you know. So, Corin, tell me, what would you like to do? How would you like to take this in kind of a recon situation, kind of a disguise? What would you like to be?
You gotta see him grunt to go. I want you to put me down, you four-armed bastard.
I've been called worse. You need to work on your material. Uh, well, if I put you down, there's a good chance I'm going to pick you right back up again because you're going to be going all the way over there, or at least attempt to. So, we need to figure out a way of keeping him with us.
if you
If
wanted
that's
to
a
be
little bit clever.
euthanized, we would have left you with the Sith.
You see, he's just kind of grunting. He goes, "Yeah, I just want to do my own thing. You guys freed me. Thank you. I just want to go."
Is he? Does he still seem?
So
Is
Ping,
he just kind of angsty teenager, or is he like still under withdrawals of spice or whatever that was?
Till end it too.
Definitely. I won't even make you guys roll an insight check. He is withdrawing
Okay.
hard. He's got a little bit of a shake to him. He's sweating, even though it's not really hot outside. He's looking rough.
so
Um.
Ping. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I know I had. I know I was doing lend aid on them as much as I could, or at least over travel. Do I feel that? How much is that going to help in this situation?
So it's kind of like I forgot what it is. So it kind of soothes the symptoms, but doesn't cure him of his addiction. So it kind of
Okay.
gives him a little bit of temporary relief.
I'm not a big fan of this kid, so I think that I'm going to think about myself and my closer companions as we potentially go into this situation than, trying to help this kid right now.
The nice thing though is since Noru's out today, you could have him babysit the kids.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
Oh, we could.
and I can even see his character wanting to babysit the kids this time since you armed the younglings.
That is true, but he has the guns right now, so they don't have them. Proper responsibility.
Um, yeah. The other option is, and so Ping would kind of cock his head and smile a little bit. Go, well, we need a reason to get in the facility, and we know there's prisoners in the facility. Slap binders on them and drag them with us.
A little scared straight action, huh?
Or we could leave them. Leaving them in the ship seems easier.
As long as we got someone to watch him, I'm fine. Corin, I mean no offense by this, but you're a clever man, and I could fully see you boring your way out of the ship some way, and finding your way to get into a drug gang trying to find the till.
You see, he doesn't even say anything. He just kind of glares and sits there, like kind of just sweating and looking pretty uncomfortable.
He's not denying it.
Perfect. So yes, Nora will pipe up and say, "Watch the kids." And you see him kind of go through and does a double check to make sure none of the other younglings have guns anymore. And he kind of takes over the babysitting duty.
Nice. Nice.
Perfect. So what play are you guys going with?
Did we go shopping at all?
I don't believe you did.
I do show that I have a med pack and a trauma kit, which I think is accurate. I don't know if when we would have picked that up, but or if we need anything else beforehand. I thought somebody needed to go, but we kind of worked that in. Was that I don't know if we went and did something before the bar.
Oh yeah, we could walk some of the tools in before the bar.
I think that's
Or
what it was. Yeah. I think. Okay. Otherwise, I guess I'm good. So if we don't need anything, then yeah, just it's Senator.
So we in there false flag style, or we going straight and guns blazing? I kind of need to know the plan here.
So Ping would turn around, be like, well, and he would point at the two Mandalorians, and be like, "You're my escort, my security escort." To clarify, and then he would point at Uhl and say, "Although we're going to need to clarify your backstory."
Well, I am Moma Ith, potential business partner. It's very good to go discuss these potential operations that we have before us.
So Ping kind of lights up that and goes, "Oh, yeah, very, very good. That'll work." And then, and I think we need to see the prisoner. Is anyone skilled in interrogation? Or can pretend to be skilled in interrogation to get access to the prisoner?
I think I can handle
I can.
that.
Well,
for
actually,
ours.
I can handle some of that.
Oh,
Yeah, I can handle some of that. Other than,
So
because I think other than yourself, right?
yeah, and so Ping would just nod and go. So I think they will buy the story that we're coming to interrogate the prisoner to find any of his other associates that are landing on the planet.
Who's a prisoner again? That. Oh, a two. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Two.
Oh,
Yeah,
two. All right, all right.
the guy who opened my brother.
We don't have any really details on why he was picked up, right?
You don't. You just know that Chi was on planet to pick up a kind of a catch of Jedi archives or Jedi kind of artifacts that he heard was on the planet, and got picked up somewhere in between there from the cantina.
always getting himself into trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that can work.
All right. So it sounds like you guys are going with the play with the two Mandalorians as bodyguards. And then, Uhl, are you the interrogator or are you the business partner? It sounds like.
I think Ping was alluding to just somebody to kind of, schmooze our way in to be able to talk to the prisoner. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, so Ping was just kind of thinking that if we needed a reason to see the prisoner, that would be a good one, because we want to interrogate. So I don't think they would expect the senator to necessarily do that. So I'm thinking one of you three, if they, I don't know if they will, but if we come under scrutiny, I think one of you three might be better as the person we identify as the interrogator.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of an what is our business proposition that would relate to a 2? That you said, Tegan, you said Jedi information. What was it again?
Yeah, so two didn't really elaborate. He just said he found some artifacts.
Some
Or we're kind of
artifacts. Okay.
up for bid on caught.
Um. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I don't know, if maybe they don't know, and we can just say that they, belong to some powerful family, and they're upset that they don't have them, and or something like that, and it's maybe I own the artifacts, something like that.
I was thinking that, yeah, one of us would at least be representing someone who owned the artifacts.
Yeah, something like that. Representative. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
All
think that
right.
works.
So
Representative
anything else?
Binks.
Automatic that one. That somehow still work out for you.
Misa here to see the trinkets, Annie.
All right. Yeah. So perfect. So, is there anything else you guys want to do in town before heading out there?
I'm all good.
All right.
I don't. I need to get probably a change of clothes. I don't really have anything specific written down. I'd like to try and find, something a little kind of middle class, something that would definitely try and find something for an Ithorian that would, not. I don't think I'm in very Jedi traditional garments to begin with, but a little more business.
Try to class it up a little bit.
Yeah. I'd say I'm a little more kind of right now would be, definitely Guardian combat esque. So something that
Perfect.
speaks that. So yeah, a quick shopping trip. See if we can pull a pretty woman here. And big mistake.
Big.
Huge.
All right, you guys are on caught, so it's pretty easy to find stores all around. Especially in Caught City, it's hard not to find a store. You guys can find clothing stores pretty much everywhere. It's kind of how much you want to spend. So if you really wanted to go for that really aristocratic feel of looking, you'll really fit in with a company with a senator. You can find some fine clothes for 150, some nice robes that'll help you blend into high society a little bit better. Or if you're looking for more merchant class, you can find some good traveler's clothes for about 20 credits.
Yeah.
I think I might ask him to pick me up some fine clothes while he's out and about. I guess I should
Yeah.
have that on hand if I'm gonna do some kind of stuff.
I will like. I'll go to one of the stores. I'll grab something for Ping and the fine level, and then kind of see if there's a middle ground, something that not the upper level, not the traveler. I'm trying to find something in between. See if somebody has something like that available.
Uh, Definitely, you can find some merchant's dress, so kind of like the upper middle class. And that'll run you about 75 credits.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab a set of that.
Perfect. So you get a very kind of intrigued, caught saleswoman, just kind of surprised. I really don't see too many Ithorians there, but she does measure or get Ping's dimensions and get you a nice set of robes for him, as well as finding some good merchant's class clothing for Ul as well.
Nice. I'm envisioning like a kind of dark gray long coat, and then underneath like a nice blue shirt, and then some dark pants to go underneath. So that's what I'm rocking.
Perfect. What are you doing with your saber?
Um. Oh, you know what? I did not pick up. the hidden aspect of it yet. I need to do that. It's got to come along. So I'm gonna just try and keep that concealed the best I can. Maybe
Gotta think
actually,
of an
can I ask
excuse.
the tailor if they can, maybe make a little compartment that will kind of conceal things.
Definitely, and so they kind of look at you and then look around. Says a lot of our wealthy patrons do appreciate having a spot to store their valuables. It costs a little bit more, but for about 300 credits, we can give you a spot where you should be able to hide from most, except for the most discerning eyes.
Is that on top of the
Oh, just do
garment?
300 credits
Okay.
altogether.
For both outfits or
Oh, no,
mine?
that'd just be for your
Yep.
hidden one. Yep.
Um. Yeah, comparatively to the modification, I think that's reasonable, and Uhl might like his new style, so yeah, he'll hand over that 300 from myself, and then I assume Ping is handed off.
Yeah, the what 150?
Yeah.
Mhm. Perfect. She takes the credits, then gives it to you. You find two pockets within it that looks like they can hold two different things. It is a little bit more or not encumbersome, but it'll be a little trickier to get your saber out when combat starts. So that will take a bonus action versus your regular free action.
Okay.
But for them to find it, they'd have to make a DC 15 investigation check.
Nice. Awesome.
And then, do you use a shield generator or do you use like a shield?
I think. Let's see. Physical shield. Yeah. Um.
How big are those pockets?
They're not that big. Yeah.
So they've been perfect for a shield generator, but a field shield's a little too big for that.
Um. Man, I didn't think this was the shopping trip I was gonna go on.
If you want, though, you could buy a shield generator. Those aren't too hard to find.
Yeah. What's
I don't
cost on
think
that?
price-wise they're terrible.
I don't think they're too crazy. Let me look that up. Yeah, 150 credits. So as much
Oh,
as
okay.
Ping's close.
That's not bad, man.
What's the physical different? Those are relatively quite a bit less, aren't they? I don't know if that's why I went.
Oh yeah,
Armor
physical shields are way cheaper, I think. Uh, how much is it? Actually, no, sorry, I read the wrong one. Medium physical shield is 150. Shield generator is 375.
There we go. That's
Right,
why. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll say.
No, I'm not gonna be able to get that together.
I think you guys still have money somewhere. Forgot who's keeping track
Yeah.
of that.
like a Google sheet or something.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks, so.
We could,
I'm
I
looking
could
to
lend you a little. We could figure it out later.
Okay.
So
You
whatever
can
you're
lend you
short,
some
just let me
money.
know. I can give it to you.
I mean that would completely tap me out.
Okay.
I mean, actually I don't have enough for the shield generator, even so. But yeah, if the group is good with taking a little off the top for that, in the interest of our endeavors.
Yeah, I think we're doing a lot of these style of missions, so I think long term that's a good idea.
Be helpful, yeah. Okay,
an investment.
cool. Becoming Inspector Gadget here.
Go gadget shield generator.
Yeah, you guys have 1,200. It looks like that in that fund.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, then yeah,
Original.
I will grab one of those. I think there's no other
So Ping would
differences
just
between the
say,
two shields, right?
Oh yeah, they're
yeah,
the same.
so Ping would just say, go ahead and get yourself that shield generator, because if they kill you, then they'll come for me next.
It's true. That's true.
Perfect. So you guys have pretty womaned up, got your new gear, looking respectable for a change. And you guys are something you're heading towards the compound. The compound's not too far outside of the city. It's about 5 miles away from kind of the city center. Are you guys just hoofing it, or are you taking like a taxi or something there?
Oh, we'll take a very respectable Uber XL.
For 5 miles, come on.
You guys get a space Uber. Large speeder. Looks to be pretty well maintained. You see a little Rhodian kind of driving it. Doesn't really even say much. Just pops open the door and says, "You ride. Come on."
Perfect. Run on in.
Perfect. So yeah, they once you guys get in, he takes the speeder and kind of loops it outside of Caught City. Pretty much, you see kind of the city and kind of slum out the further you get from the main kind of the city center until you get to an area that's a little bit more agricultural. About another mile there, you see a large compound. The compound's surrounded by a wall. You see two people kind of at the front of the gate and within, you see a hangar with a ship on it, as well as just kind of a large facility that looks like kind of where the dormitories and where kind of everything within the compound lies. As you guys get closer, one of the guards walks up and approaches the speeder. You see him kind of waving backwards. Say, "No visitors, no visitors," until he looks inside and sees Ping dressed up as the senator. And he looks at you with a little confusion. "Wh- what are you doing out here, sir?"
And so Ping would just try to, in the senator's voice, say, "That is none of your business. Why and
Ooh.
whereabouts do not concern you."
He starts stammering a bit. He's like, I swear we checked you in, boss. Uh, did you leave? I didn't think we saw you go by us."
So the senator would look, so Ping would look a little confused. You go, "Guard, you've been taking spice today. We need to have you checked."
Give me an intimidation check.
And can I,
So I want to step in and see if I can offer a little bit of assistance here via uh, kind of under my breath, but not, and just be like, saying like, Senator, if this is going to be a hassle, then perhaps our arrangement will need to be rediscussed. My masters will not be too pleased with these delays if this is how uh, your associates handle business. And kind of the whole time, I'm kind of like trying to glare at the guard as well, puffing my chest out, just trying to
Perfect.
talk it
He's,
up.
he's looking a little sketched, but Ping, give me a intimidation roll with advantage.
nice, all right, here we go.
Ooh.
Solid
Nice.
26.
Whew.
This
Nice.
guard is like shaking. He goes, "Sorry, boss. Yeah, must my bad. I must have just dozed off. No spice here, though. Yeah, just yeah, don't touch the stuff. I try to stay clean, like my job. I'm just gonna. You guys go in. I'm just gonna go over there." And you see him like urgently wave to the other guy to open the gate, and he just like head down, kind of retreats back to his side, and just doesn't make eye contact until you guys pass through. After the gates open, so you guys are the Rhodian drops you off. You four are able to kind of walk through undisturbed. You do see kind of a nice ship on the hangar platform to your right, and you do see the compound a little bit further past that. You see kind of roving troops, kind of look like they're patrolling the place. It looks like outside of the main gate, they've got just kind of pairs of two walking around. You see that most of the pairs of two seem like they've got one droid and one human, kind of just patrolling the area, all wearing the Rough Rider and kind of colors and gear.
Yeah, so I think I would just tell the taxi to I guess park at this point. We'll just get out.
Perfect. And you see, the taxi, the road just seems that he's a little sketched out by the guard. And as soon as you guys get out, he just whips it around and heads back to the city.
Yeah,
Damn.
so I would kind of lean into the group, and I would just say we might have some complications if we run into the actual senator.
It's fine.
So yeah, would we
didn't
have
wanna-
maybe an inclination of maybe where a 2 would be kept, or would we have any type of like I guess like escort that would be like willing to help us out?
So you wouldn't have any, wouldn't because you didn't have plans for the place, so you wouldn't know. Um, you could ask the guard that's scared shitless if he wants to bring you over there, but otherwise, outside, you could reach out to one of the other guards and see if they'd be willing to take you in or just go into the compound and kind of figure it out from there.
Yeah, what is the group thinking?
I do
Probably.
not want to run into the real senator while we have an additional guard with us. Unless we can convince them that you're the real senator. I'm gonna be honest, in that taxi, I was freaking out. Yeah, good save.
That's what the helmets are for.
Businessman. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see my eyes behind the helmet. That's why I had to verbally say. Well, this is a bit of a belly of a beast scenario. What does
Yeah,
everyone
and
else think?
you guys would know from that conversation, not once did like that wouldn't bother Ping a bit. Like he's like just nerves of steel, like he's done that 1,000 times.
Dang.
Yeah, I think and then just kind of pushing into Wool's act. He's going to think that we need to see the prisoner. We need to get somebody to take us to him.
Should we grab the
I'm trying to.
intimidated guard?
Yeah, I think that works. I'm trying to think of like, if there's anything we can do to figure out where, if the senator is here, it kind of sounds like they might be, and then where or whatever.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is trying to find a security room and slice in there, but besides that.
Mm-hmm. We could always drop the costume now that we're in the facility.
Or you can gain a new one
It's true.
of a sketchy guard.
So I would, yeah. Is there any buildings nearby us?
So just the big or there's a small building next to the hangar. It looks like a little bit of a kind of landing control room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where we could take the guard to make that happen, though. Yeah, so I would, as we get in, I would kind of get out. So I'm looking pretty frustrated, and I start pointing at the guard and just say, "Guard, get over here."
He like he's once he walked past him, he kind of had a little sigh of relief, and now he just looks like terrorized again. And he goes, "Yes, sir. How can I help, sir?"
Say, "You've already delayed me and my associates enough. I'm going to need you to take us to where the prisoner is being held."
Uh, he nods and says, "Your rules are usually to keep two people on the gate. Sure, I'll go. No worries."
Well, the questions from this one.
Uh, and he kind of leans in and looks to you too. He's like, "Did you get some new guards with you too? I didn't know we had Mandalorians on staff."
So Ping just starts tapping his foot. Like growing impatient. Like he just doesn't respond. He just stares at him. Just starts tapping his foot.
You
A
guys-
lot of questions.
the guy just starts sweating, and he's just like, all right, follow me, guys." And he looks to his partner and just shrugs and just kind of like jogs off towards the compound.
Poor
Then,
guy.
And so as we're going, I'll just tell him. I would just say, and we really don't want to be noticed for reasons that are beyond you. We'd like to take a side entrance if possible.
he looks confused. He's like, what? I'm not going to ask you more questions. Follow me. There's a way back here. It should take us into the facility. It's usually and he kind of looks confused a little bit. So this is your usual personal entrance, but I don't know. I'll take you that way. And he leads you guys to the side entrance. And see him kind of scan a little key card off of his belt and open the door. And he holds it open for the four of you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna turn to the guard and just kind of, if we start to step in and kind of turn to him and say, you would do yourself a favor to, regardless of your own confusions and questions, keep them to yourselves, to not embarrass those that you work for. Hopefully, you have not soured the relationship between my people and the senator.
Give me another intimidation check, and he's already scared, so I'll give you advantage.
Ren this whole time is just sort of standing there, like a Mandalorian does, just trying to be intimidating.
And so he looks just from Uld to Ren and then Gil, just seeing that faceless T visor looking back at him from those two, and then Uld's intimidating nature, and he goes, "Yeah, I swear I won't talk about today for the rest of my life. I really want to forget this ever happened." You guys, is that all, boss? I'm gonna go back to my post. If you guys go in this way, if you take two lefts, you should be at the prisoner section.
And I just kind of nod.
So he shuts the door. You see briefly him just kind of like running back to his post.
Anyone
Uh,
else got nostalgia for the Mandalorian Wars for a second?
Inside the building, you guys see this looks like to be a pretty bare bones compound. Nothing really too fancy. Where you guys are in kind of a long corridor, you see that there is a path to the left, a path that goes straight. And you do see kind of a path to the right that looks like it goes more to kind of a dormitory style section.
This is why people need to have signs in their buildings, I'm telling you.
Well, the guard. Did we take those two lefts that the guard told us?
Oh, so you haven't taken the two lefts yet. So
Or
you guys are just kind of right where you came in.
take those left.
So I'm gonna gesture for someone to kind of go first because I don't want them to spot me if we run into the senator.
I'll
I'll go through.
Yeah, I'll kind of nod to Ren to kind of, walk in front of me, as if she's almost, she's definitely running escort for the group, obviously, but I'll
Yeah.
kind of put my hands behind my back, all dignified like, and as I'm looking around inspecting the facility. Surprise inspection.
Perfect. So you guys, as you walk through, you see a number of different guards and things. They look kind of sketchy at Ren first, but then they see Ping behind them, is Senator Raylo. They just kind of nod and just kind of some wave, some nod, some try to do their best to look invisible as they walk past. You guys make the two lefts. You come across a room where the door is pretty like the rest of this place has been kind of a mix of like steel and flimsy glass, so nothing really too too permanent. It seems like it's a pretty kind of a structure that can be broken down and taken pretty quickly. But when you do get to the room where the guard told you to go for the prisoners, that's pure Dursteel. Looks like it's pretty thick wall. The door looks to be pretty well made, pretty heavy stuff.
I'm going to I'm gonna real quick. Uh, with Force Whisper, do I have to physically say this, or is this a mental message that I can send?
I'm pretty sure it's mental.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I
nobody else
think
can
it's
hear you, so
mental.
I'll say it's mental. Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then let's see. Do I have to another creature within range? I guess like it's not. We're not 100% certain that a 2 is here, but
Yeah, you don't have to see him, so you could give it a
okay.
try.
Okay. So I guess I'll try. I'll give it a try. Um, if yeah, okay, that's 120 feet is the range on that, and I'll just send a quick message saying, uh, "This is some recent acquaintances. Do not react when um, if we come upon you." That's all.
Uh, you kind of a few seconds reply, wait, and then you hear a reply from a two. Just kind of through the force, you can just tell he feels relieved. And just kind of he says, uh, "Thank the force. I thought they were gonna get me down here. Uh, the, if you can't break me out, these guys, they're trained. They've got some good people behind them. Be careful if you're breaking in."
I'll turn to the group, turn to the senator, and say, "From what I've seen so far, this place looks pretty well established. It seems that everything here is well put together. Seems the forces are well built out and prepared for any sort of thing that might come their way. I'm very impressed and definitely trying to give that wink nod as I'm giving these as I'm sharing this with the group.
Have we passed a security like post where you'd see like maybe that's where they do like surveillance or that's where they manage the cameras or that kind of thing?
You have it.
Okay. Yeah, so I would just respond in kind of the senator's terms, and I'll say, yes, the facility is overseen by me directly, and I handpick, and I just kind of keep going on that, and I go, and it only the best and high quality work here to keep the most dangerous of affiliates secure. And I don't know if there's anyone around, but just to kind of keep that conversation going.
So nobody looks like they're by the prison. So the closer you guys got to kind of their little prison section, the less people you saw. So you guys kind of outside kind of the waiting area outside the big door. There's really nobody else too close to you, at least that you can see.
There's so it's a door here. Assuming there's probably access panel or something.
There is, so there is a panel next to it. Looks fairly similar to the one that the guard used to get into the building.
Hmm.
Okay. Should have grabbed that key card.
Yep.
It's okay. So I would kind of look around, and you said there's no one really around.
Yeah, so nobody in this section. Looks like the kind of once you guys made that second left, really kind of cleared out a bit.
Is there any surveillance that we can see, like visibly,
Give
like
me a
cameras
perception
or?
check.
uh, Perception. Actually, I didn't have advantage on that, so that would have been a 6.
So you look
Woo!
around, we're still trying to keep your cover and not looking like you're kind of gawking at the place. sorry, excuse me. But yeah, you don't notice any cameras.
So I would just look over to Ren, be like, "Can we get that door open?"
Hmm. I can sure try.
Perfect. Give me a slices check.
Alright, slicers.
Nice. You are able to bypass the door. You're able to do it pretty quickly too. So you got to walk up, just gonna quickly attach everything and get the code popped open for it. And you notice too that kind of with that 25, that if you were a little sloppy with it, it would have sent a message to somebody. Like had a little, not an alarm blare, but it would have notified someone.
Yeah.
Within the
Whew.
facility, you see three cages kind of encased with energy. You see
Wow.
two kind of look noble looking guys, humans in there. One looks like he's laying on his cot, the other kind of sitting, staring towards the ground. And you do see a two in the other. The two looks a little worse for the wear. Looks like he's got a black eye, bloodied lip. It just looks like he kind of went through a ringer. As he looks up, he kind of looks at you guys, looks a little confused, but then kind of looks back down uh, without kind of giving an indication that he recognizes you.
Hmm. Sweet. Oh, I see a control panel with my name on it.
Yeah, and there's no one else in the room.
Nobody else in the room, just the three prisoners.
I will loudly announce, not loudly, but just just for the all the prisoners to hear well enough, and to the senator, just kind of go on about. Well, is this where the alleged uh, thief is being held?
And so I would nod and I would point to a two, and I'd be like, "That is the fellow that has tried to acquire the artifacts that your master possesses." And yeah, I just try to keep it going. So I don't know if there's any surveillance in the room, but just kind of keep the charade going if anyone's listening.
Heck, even the prisoner. Who knows?
Yeah, and say, all right, well then let's get them out here for the interrogation as planned.
All right. Who is anybody proficient in insight?
Uh,
Let me
I think I
look.
am.
Uh,
No, I'm not.
I am
Flat
actually.
zero.
Ping is.
no.
Perfect. Ping, give me an insight roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. So you notice a couple of things as you guys mentioned the artifacts. The first, as you look, see, kind of two. First, is he was like kind of play it cool initially and not like he recognized Ren and Gil, which are pretty easily or Ren, Gil, and Uhl, who are all pretty easily recognizable.
Hey.
So he tried to play it cool, but when soon as you mentioned the artifacts, he looked up and looked scared, like you saw panic in his eyes. And then also with the 19, you will see the guy in the cage next to him reach into his pocket.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go up to the guy who reached into his pocket. Just say, "You there, prisoner? Why are you here?"
You see him just kind of smile and say, "You should know, or shouldn't you?"
He's asking
So
you a question. It doesn't matter if he knows it or not. He probably does. He wants to hear it out of your mouth. Speak.
yeah,
So
so the pig is gonna cross his arms in front of him and just kind of stand there. Go, prisoner. I asked you a question, and unless you want to spend the rest of your life in that cage, I suggest you answer.
uh, you see, he goes, "Yeah, sure, yeah." So, what in the force are you doing? He looks to it too. It says, owe the boss 10 credits. I didn't think any more Jedi would come, but looks like we got a pair. Uh, with Mandalorians, or at least Mandalorian armor, no less. And as you see here, him speak, you hear some clanking coming down the field, and you see a two finally speak up and say, "We gotta go, boys. That artifact lead was a hoax. They're trying to get Jedi and their sympathizers out here. They captured me as soon as I tried to pick up the shipment. He goes, the, just break. I don't know, shoot it, break it, get me out of here. We gotta go."
I'll go see
Do
if
we
I
get a
can unlock it.
do I get a sense hearing that guy talk that is he like a fake prisoner?
So you'd guess that he's a fake prisoner with Ull's insight. You could guess he probably signaled somebody.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Terrible job.
I will. Yeah. So Ren, I'll say open this cage and send a shock over to that other one.
You see his smile kind of fades, and you see him just kind of repeatedly like tapping into his pocket.
All right, I will try to do just that. Let's see.
All right, give me a
So
slices check.
what is the
Hey!
Nice. All right,
Yes.
roll me 40-10.
Oh god, let's try this guy.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a
Yup.
solid roll.
That is a good roll. Yeah, you see him just tapping on his data pad, and then just gets shocked. He's looking like beyond bloodied. He looks like a decent tap may bring him down to the ground. And he's just starts yelling. He's like, "Boss, boss, they're here!" And as you hear him yell out, this kind of stomping intensifies. And you see the door on the other side open, and you see kind of almost like the floor give way a bit as a large vehicle pops through uh,
Vehicle.
behind you guys. And you hear clanking like metal steps until it gets through the door, and you see a walker come through,
Oh,
heavily
nice.
mechanized. Uh,
I jinxed it. I mentioned the Mandalorian War. I jinxed it. I'm sorry. My bad.
Ping, give me a technology check on this one.
Oy.
Nice.
Oh.
Uh, you may recognize this. This looks to be a Zerker Enforcer. So it's one of the Zerker manufactured weapons brand. It's something that they were coming up with recently. It's used to both combat force users and easily subjugate planets. So they're sending them in one of those things that kind of just take any type of terrain and hopefully bring down resistance quickly.
Yeah, so I would uh so this is one of those times again, like Ping is just going to immediately throw off the guise of trying to be the senator. He's going to pull out his cane saber and take like a fighting stance, and just say like, stand ready, guys. This is no joke.
I don't
And then
have. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, and just kind of just for placement, which of these guards was the one that I was talking to? I guess I'll be in front of them.
Oh, you're actually already in front of him, so perfect.
All right.
Which one of these lads is it to again?
The one.
Oh,
The
one in the
middle.
middle. So
Yeah.
yeah, so two's the red. So you see he's got kind of shocking white
Oh.
hair, a tail, and like a ridiculously large mustache too.
Um, Ull would have reacted. If I can grab my saber out,
Oh sure.
Ull definitely would have. Especially before the walker kind of came in.
Yeah, so you'd have had time, especially after the guy tapped the button. You
Yeah.
guys shocked him.
All right.
Alright, you see the walker come in. You see a little hologram appear on its face. And you see the senator pops up, and he goes, "You Jedi are so predictable. All we need is a rumor of some artifacts or a captured friend, and you guys will put your head into the noose to come save them." Uh, I thought when I started my endeavor, I thought getting rid of force users would be this huge task, but your own stupidity will doom you. And you see him kind of level. I will give you the chance to surrender if you choose. You can take a cell next to your buddy at 2, or we can bury you today. Same goes for you, Mandalorians, if that's where you are. You can surrender, or you can be buried in a shallow grave.
Is there someone in that walk, or is it just a droid? He's asking this directly from the senator.
So the senator just you see his face kind of frown, and he goes, "That's your question."
That is my question. It's an
uh,
honest one. Is there someone in there?
this is why your people lost the war. And you see him just kind of level his weapons and start preparing to charge up. Let me put him into initiative, and anybody who hasn't rolled, you can jump into initiative as well.
Then Gildas responds, "Well, that's probably the most damage you're gonna get off today."
Oh, and Ping would have probably let you know they are unmanned. So this is a kind of a droid or remote pilot type situation.
Ah, how tall is it?
It is about like 15 feet tall.
All right, I think I know what I'm going to do immediately.
Where did I put that guy? There we go. I'll just do. Perfect. So you see the one that you shocked, looks just kind of like a little beat up, but basically is able to pop outside. Actually, he's not able to pop outside. He just looks at Ping. You see him kind of pull out a little hidden blade he had up his sleeve. And tries to lash out at the man.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
that's two
initiative.
nat
But
20s in
still,
a row for this
jeez.
lad.
Sh-
Oh,
uh, he,
dang.
oof. Yeah, he's looking wounded and he's pissed. He goes, "You Griffin Jedi." And he lashes out for what would that be? 24 damage. So he kind of shakes out twice and gets into kind of under Ping's ribs. Gil,
Nice.
you are up.
All right, Gil's gonna have his scatter gun in one hand, and he'll actually take out his lightsaber in the other. And what he's going to do first, for his first attack, is he's going to aim his scattergun to this lad right here. The little force field containing him's gone, right?
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Oh yeah. So in that case, yeah, he's gonna just shoot the guy, just straight up.
That'll
18
hit.
for 9 kinetic. Yep.
That'll kill him. How do you take him down?
The moment this guy starts stabbing Ping, he just turns around and blows his head off with a shotgun, turns to this thing right here, and just starts smiling. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. As he's going to walk up a little bit to it, and bonus action way to fly knock for a big old leap of 30 feet.
Nice.
He's on top of the walker.
All right, give me an athletics check.
I will happily give you an athletics
Oh
check.
gosh. Wayne,
I
You
am
had to
no
say
longer
something.
as happy.
uh, Unfortunately, you get the kind of impressive leap up there, just really using that Minox style. But unfortunately, as you get up there, with it being a little bit of rounded edges and just kind of that sleek metal, you're not able to get a good handhold or foothold, and you do start to slide off of it. Give me an acrobatics check.
Since I have my lightsaber, would making an attack roll help with this acrobatics check?
It wouldn't help with the acrobatics check, but you could, if you wanted to, make an attack roll instead of trying to catch yourself. Kind of slashed at the top.
I'll go with acrobatics.
Okay.
Another backflip.
And so you make up your poor showing there and are able to kind of flip and land yourself without taking any damage from the fall.
I'm glad I studied the Taro. as he's going to swing with his lightsaber, and he's not done this in a very long time,
And it shows.
Hey! All right.
It said so you kind of slash through, but with its being such thick armor, you weren't able to find a good spot to cut through.
It at least takes 2 damage from where the fly knocks, since I landed within
Oh.
5 feet of it. So he did do
Nice.
something, though.
All right, Rin, you are up.
Everyone's got a lightsaber but Ren, huh? And Ren's going to start blasting at this guy. In a second here. Ooh. Okay. So first going for the target lock. Okay. And then we're gonna start blasting.
Which guy are you shooting?
Big guy here.
Big guy? All right.
Yep. And then I'll do another one as well.
Sweet,
So
that'll
that's
hit.
one.
The second one will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. That's 16 damage.
Nice. So you get a solid chunk out of its armor. You see the blaster kind of go there, just kind of score some of its armor, kind of strip it a little bit of its efficacy.
Alrighty, and then no, I'm fine here. Okay, and then I'll stay here.
All right, with two, now that his energy field is down, you see he is gonna kind of squeeze past Ping. He'll use a dash on his turn. He does know he's got a bonus action dash. And he is going to grab this guy's knife and then try to see if he can find any other weapons. Does he have investigation? He doesn't. So let's roll a 20.
Is the
So
two
he
gonna
just
come
finds.
at this thing with a knife?
You see him just grab a knife and kind of move just a little bit outside of there and just kind of stand next to Ping. And just kind of shrugs his shoulders with a little bit of look of terror as they look at the walker.
Better
The
than
two,
nothing.
if you come over here and try and stab this thing, you will both earn my respect. No, not both. That's just that one thing. Earn my respect. Probably about the last thing you earn too.
All right. He is going to do two things. So he is going to cast Frightful Presence. So you see the kind of the walker come through. So everybody with a give me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Gosh.
What?
Just made it with a +0 too. Red
Hey!
as well.
Ain't no
You guys
one
are
afraid of
bossing
this!
up. Like, you guys, all right, yeah, you guys are like, fuck these guys. I've seen walkers before, and nobody's scared of this. I think, yeah, you guys are good for the next 24 hours, so he cannot use that
Yeah.
again. He is then as he looks, you see his face. His face is still projected. He kind of looks around, like expecting you guys as he unveils it to look a little scared. Oh, oops, I forgot to do a 2. Hopefully, a 2 will keep up with you guys as well.
Gosh.
Uh,
1 or 2.
does he have any? Alright.
No.
Ooh, no, he doesn't.
Right. So 2, you see, kind of just goes a little pale. He's like, I did not want to deal with this today. But the guy is still super frustrated that you guys aren't scared of him. But he is just going to. You see him kind of looking pretty concentrated. You see the walker lift its leg up and try to stomp down on Gil.
I was
Gil,
about to say, how did you miss? Then I saw it was a dexterity.
yeah. So the DC 18 Dex. Oof.
Okay, then.
You got advantage.
Goodness for dangerous.
Possibly a
Alright.
crit.
You
23.
use the save, so you just take half damage. That would be still 21 damage. That was a meaty roll on that one. A lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
11.
not
Yeah.
raging currently.
Oh, you're not. Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, I also forgot to cast Armor of Aboleth. So you watch Gil, even though he tries to get out of the way, he just gets crunched.
And you hear him say, "You Jedi slime, we'll make the galaxy and get rid of all you Force users, and let the real people rule. Be tired of all your little silly wars."
I
And
was part of
Ping,
the
you
Mandalorian Wars. I was mostly Mandalorian.
Ditto.
Don't know what you want from me.
all right, Ping, you are up.
All right. Would I know kind of my experience with this droid? So feedback, the burst of psychic energy, if they can hear you. Would I know if that would impact the droid, the walker?
You would know because you with the 15 and with you your background, you would know that this thing is immune to psychic energy.
Okay. So there's no way he's gonna fail this, but we're gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna force shunt. And I'm gonna twin it.
Alright.
So this guy over in the corner, I assume he's another hostile.
He is.
So I'm going to hit him, and then I'm going to try to hit the walker.
Perfect. That's
So,
strength, right?
yep.
All right. The walker saves, and the soldier does not. So you see the soldier just kind of slam to the ground of his cell.
Right. So 3 damage. Man, that was a 2d4 roll. I promise the damage isn't actually that bad.
uh, Perfect. And ooh, you are up.
Alrighty. The it's a construct, but it's still a creature, right? The walker.
Oh yeah, it's still a creature.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that thing is constitution out of its mind. Okay, and then the other thing is, nope. I guess I'm gonna just do that. All right. Face strike. I'm gonna throw up because I have put my token conveniently out of reach of everything. So I will do that, and then that will get me. Do I not get the 30 feet until I attack?
Yeah, I think you have to use it on the attack. So I think if you do it all in the same round, I think it counts. But you have to use that. If you use the 30 feet, you have to be able to attack that round.
But do I get the 30 feet? Do I have to attack to get the 30 feet? I guess is what I'm asking. It reads a little bit
Oh,
like that, but
I'd let it play as long as you attack the same
okay.
round you use the 30 feet.
Yeah, I
You're good.
definitely am going to. So
Yeah.
okay, all right. So that'll get me to be able to come up to the walker. Yeah, kind of come around to the side of it, and all right, I get advantage on the attack. I will take that and strike out with the dual phase.
Nice. That'll hit.
Okay. And yeah, I'll throw a single, whatever it's called, into it, force and power.
Perfect.
Every time. And that, let's see, that also gets an extra 1d8.
Mhm.
All right.
That's better.
It's a 20 total on that, and that is my turn.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right up next to it. Actually, I think that might be beneficial. So that's my turn.
All right.
And hey, before you move forward, Pink, I messed up. My range on Force Shunt's really short, so I'm going to move my character where he would have had to be, which kind of sucks. But this is the only way I can hit both of them, so sorry about that. It's only 35 feet with my extended, but
Oh, I did not know it was that short range.
yeah, me neither. Which is fine. It's all right.
All right. Uh, you see the other guy. Looks like you. Oh no, you still have another attack, don't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I forget about that extra attack, right?
Yep,
You still-
All
I
right then.
remember.
And I only have the advantage on one. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So, all right. Strike again with the dual phase. Ugh.
You hit the thing, but just not able to get a good strike to pierce through its armor.
All right. That'll be my turn.
You see this guy kind of in a little noble gear, just kind of stand up and look really pissed. And he is going to move out. And you see him pull out a little blaster pistol from his robes. And he is going to take 2 shots at Ren.
Aww.
First will miss.
Yep.
You see, he just like he kind of was embarrassed about getting knocked to the ground and just kind of jumps up and just kind of quickly aims and he actually hits the control panels. And the second is equally bad. And he yells, "The Jedi are doing some tricks on me that make my aim off," and
Okay.
looks super embarrassed.
Ren will sort of look like, sort of with pity and just say, "Aw," and then use her reaction to do return fire.
Nice.
Okay, and that's close. A D4, D4, and then my blaster carbine.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then let me make sure I take off some of this
Nice.
stuff here. One. Okay, so just a total of 6.
Perfect. So you blast into him. He's looking okay, but he definitely looks like embarrassed and a little hurt. And Gil, you are up.
That over there takes Gil's attention a little bit, and he just like actually goes to pinch the brow of his nose. He pinches the brow of his helmet. Just looks at the guy on the screen like, really?
uh, you see the guy's face looks a little embarrassed, angry on the hollow screen. You can tell he's glaring daggers at that other guy, but he's not really like letting anything else show.
Uh, I'm probably not even gonna fight that guy. I'm gonna be honest. He's just not worth the effort. Uh, back to what we were doing. He's gonna rage. Uh, he just had to take time out of his day to make note of that. Good old stabbing. The syntax error has returned. I think it's the rage. I think it's the rage.
Okay, that's
It is
weird.
the rage. Let me try. Oh, is it because I don't have type? Let me try that for my next attack. But first attack, 16 to hit, 9
That
magic.
will not have hit, unfortunately.
Ah, dang.
This
Alright,
guy's got some
so
pretty heavy armor.
probably shouldn't be attacking with melee then. You know what? Just in case, Gil is going to take that attack of opportunity in case this thing has anything to do with its reactions.
Perfect. With it being a huge creature, it can't stomp you again for its reaction, but it does try to take a blast at you. So
Alright.
let's see how that will go.
God.
Thankfully, I did not reckless, so he does not have advantage. And he missed!
Sweet. So you see him take a shot at you as you run away. Pretty deep scorch of the earth. Looks like there's some power behind the blaster.
Alright, and with his object interaction, he's going to bring out his heavy shotgun in his other pair of arms and let loose.
Nice.
This will not have rage damage, sadly, but still pretty cool.
Oof. Unfortunately, you
Mm.
see the shotgun does kind of pelt its armor, but not break through.
Gil starts looking at his hunting rifle. Oh, maybe that'll do it. As that'll be the end of his turn.
You see the guy's just smirking at you, Gil. Like, doesn't even say anything. Just has like kind of a knowing smirk on his face.
I have high calibers. You cannot rush art.
All right, Ren, you're up.
Okay, I'll turn to Pretty Boy and say, I really hate to do this, um, and I will do a couple of things. One, I'm going to use sharpshooter style Actually, I'll save that for the end to see what goes down. But I'm gonna use my blaster carbine.
Ooh.
Rip. I know.
So,
Man, I'm loving the damage here. That's a total of
for
14.
Yeah, you get a solid hit on him. He is still alive, though.
All right, then I'll use sharpshooter style. So a bunch of stuff, but the main thing is that if he moves at least 5 feet before the start of my next turn, I get an opportunity attack.
Perfect. Uh, 2 is going to help out. You see him kind of wielding his knife. He looks towards the walker after Gil's kind of announcement and challenge, and then you see Gil run right off, and he's like, I'm not doing that. And you see him run towards bonus action dash towards this guy. And he is going to try to shank him.
Get him, too. Really get him.
Let's see. Let's see that knife. Let's see.
I did not actually give him a knife, so let me give him a vibro knife. So you see him. Looks like you can definitely tell as he runs up. This is not the first time he's held a knife. And he is going to try to shank this guy. And there we go.
I saw Psycho once as a kid. Really changed me.
You see, he was running up real confident and had a pretty cocky style with it. But it looks like kind of a little bit of interrogations and rough treatment he's had. Kind of slowed him down, and he swings at the guy and just whips it.
Oh,
This
but
is
it
just
helps if you
sad.
go reet while you're doing it.
You see him just look a little confused as he just kind of gets nothing but air, and he's like, "It happens, guys."
It does. You're good.
All right. So you see the face once again smiles. You see him kind of tap the control panel again, and he is going to stomp yet again. So, ooh, give me a DC 18 Dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Ooh. So
Oh,
you
and I did
see him.
not. I wasn't able to get my form up, of course. Is this be considered a melee attack?
It would be.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to Makashi riposte that. Um,
Uh-huh.
Was your form Sarisu or
every
any of the other ones?
yeah, Sarisu would have helped, but I wasn't in range. So, channel force and then do Makashi riposte. Please, let's see, do I have that? I don't think I updated it. It is 1d10 plus Dex plus Guardian level. We are level 5. Should be a +6. That did not go up much at all. Alright, here. Come on, no whammies. Ugh. Yeah. 33.
Decent.
Okay.
Yep. You're kind of able to use your blade to kind of angle a little bit of its foot off of you and help reduce the damage a bit. All right. Ping, you are up.
Right, so I'm going to do a force push, and I'm going to twin it. So I'm going to try to push this guy,
Mhm.
and then I would like to try to throw something at this guy, if that's possible. So if there's anything on the ground, I can kind of whip at him.
Definitely. You guys, you see, looks like as that guy fell, his comm link fell out with him. You could whip that. There's also some other debris you could kind of whip out and whip at the machine.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and chuck a comm link at him.
All right.
And I think the way this would work is I think this guy has to make a strength save to be pushed, and then this guy has to make a dex save, I think is how it works.
The one soldier guy completely fails. And then this guy, he super succeeds.
That
You
walker
see,
looks ambidextrous.
you see, he's like, he kind of pipes up. He's like, "We built this specifically to deal with force users. Zerker partnership." With him kind of just beamingly smiling at you guys. Uh, well, where
They
are you throwing
charged
this?
you extra, and it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, I think I can push that guy 10 foot now. I think is what it is.
I
At
think
my
so. Yeah, at level
so
5.
trying to
Yeah,
throw him back into the wall there.
perfect. Yeah, so you smash him back into the wall. And that is actually enough. How do you kill that guy? How do you?
So, uh, yeah. So he just like randomly falls into the wall in one of those freak accidents and cracks his head.
He's, you see his body just looking mangled at the thing, and the other guy's face just kind of drops a bit.
Oh, dang, is he dead?
That was a nasty tumble.
Ooh.
So Ping is gonna retreat after seeing everyone getting stomped up there.
Perfect. Ooh, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Busting out my berserk fighting style. Definitely going into Sarusu up front, which don't know if that'll help come around the corner, but I might as well. Yeah, so that's my bonus action, and then I get to add strength for berserk fighting style on my just on the damage here. So a couple attacks coming in with the dual phase. Nope. And nope. Oh my gosh, come on.
So you slash at it, but just cannot find a good path through its armor. Uh, are you holding position too?
Oh, you know what? I don't think I can make a save on my phase strike. Is it half the damage? 10 or half the damage, right? So I took 33
For
points, 32, that's 16. I guess I could make that. Hang on.
oh yeah, I forgot you had Constitution for that.
Just
Yes, you
made
made
it.
it.
So that
Yep.
means I still have it, and that means I have opportunity attacks don't apply.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess we'll. Is the door open? Is this like
The door did shut behind the
okay?
thing.
Um.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just kind of go
Hmm.
30 feet away from it, and yeah, that's gonna be my turn. I'll go die in the corner.
uh,
Dang.
Gil, you are up.
So Gil pulls out the hunting rifle, the same hunting rifle the youngling Tori used to blow off a guy's head. He pulls that out, makes sure it's loaded, points at this thing, and he's going to smile.
That will hit.
Yep, the first thing he's done so far. All right. Actually, did he hit with a lightsaber once?
I think you did.
Yeah, actually, second time he's hit
Yeah.
technically. But yeah, he just pops that first one and then extra attack. Nice.
Nice.
And
Perfect.
bonus action, he reloads the thing, pops it open, puts the slugs in, pops it back, and is just smiling like a madman after he sees it just being able to pierce the armor. Oh, I love every time I get to use this baby. It's illegal on several planets.
You see his face, his smile fades as the two slugs kind of rip through the armor, and you see him kind of glare back at you, Gil.
Yep, I gave this to a kid and they shot one of your men.
Ah,
Maybe Naru was right. Maybe I shouldn't to them.
Alright, Rid, you are up.
okay. Ren's going to huge back a little bit here. And then it's going to bonus action sharpshooter style again. So if he moves more than 5 feet, I will, or if he moves at least 5 feet, I can get an opportunity attack against him. And then I'm going to just start blasting. Ren's gonna get a hunting rifle as well. I love those guys. And
Nice, that'll hit. Both will
woo,
hit.
There we
sweet.
go.
And all right, so that's a total of 31. On my
Perfect. The
turn.
ranger's quarry would just apply once.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's see. So minus Ranger's Quarry, which was 2, so that'd be 29.
Perfect. Yeah, you get a chunk off of it with your two blasts. It's starting to spark. It's looking a little battered. You could tell it's kind of starting to crumble around him a little bit.
Mhm. Cool, cool.
All right. A two is gonna take a step back and pick up this guy's gun. And how far is that? That he is going to take a step, 2 steps forward. So you see, I've got to pick up the pistol, get a little used to it, and then uh, make a quick attack.
Mm.
And unfortunately, he is not able to pierce the armor with the blast. All right. So Gil, you see the guy lock eyes with you again, and he says he doesn't move forward. But you see him kind of level his blaster cannon at you, and he yells out, "Dodge this!" As he
Oh, I
shoots.
won't be
Oh,
dodging.
A
yeah,
big 5.
you won't be dodging because he just completely whiffed it. He hits the cage right behind you.
No, Gil has his lightsaber in one of his hands. He had it ignited. Like he was not planning on dodging. He was about to reflect it back. And after all of them miss, he's just standing there, and his face just slowly falls. You, you, really? Man, I
Uh,
brought out the hunting rifle.
you see him just kind of just deflate quite a bit. All right, Ping, you're up.
All right, so Ping is going to try this one more time, and we'll see how well this goes. So he's going to move up 15 feet here, and he's going to try a force shunt again. So that'll be a strength save.
All right. What's your DC again?
17. So he made it.
Or does you see the force kind of pulling down on his joints, but he's able to keep himself standing.
All
Hey,
right.
for
And
effort, baby.
I'm going to back up. I'll go over here 15 feet.
All right, Ooh, you are up.
All right. Do I get my um, aura of vigor? Does that apply to myself?
Oh, yeah, that applies to you too.
Okay. What's the like? How often does that happen? Just like once per rest, probably, or combat? I don't really know.
With your vigor, is it just like it's just a static number? I think you get it once per like
Whenever
once
a
per
creature
round.
starts a turn, the creature gains temp hit points. It doesn't say like I'll have to look into it, but I don't think there's any other like there's no the timeline.
Yeah, I think you get it once per
Where's my
turn. It's
wisdom?
just temporary health points, so they don't stack, but you get like kind of a new round each turn.
Okay, so
Quite good.
all right. Well, I got yeah. So that gives me 3 more hit points back, and then I have a new 3 temporary. So good to know. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't stack, so you just get those same 3 each round. So you couldn't put them back, so you just get 3 temp edge point B. So if you get
Right,
hit
but I
with
didn't.
something,
I would have had him last round when I took that attack. That's all I
oh
was
yeah,
saying.
for
Yeah,
sure.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just saying I got 3 regular hit points back because of that. But all right, stance is off. I'm going to. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna rush back in. And swingy swing. Give her a try. Come on, roll 20. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys are just struggling with the armor today. Just slashing into it, not
And
able to
then
beat it.
Sarusu again. And that's my turn.
Perfect. All right. And Gil, you are up.
Gil is genuinely disappointed. Like he he doesn't even come up with any quips this round. It's just like he just fires his gun. I want to go home.
Probably safer. You didn't have any quips this one.
Yeah, he just says he just looks at Uhl and just says, I want to go home.
All right, Red, you are up. Can you beat the party's luck?
I am hoping so. I will let you know. I keep forgetting about this. I have weapons expert, which
Oh
lets
yeah.
me. So I added in a drop the lowest one to my blaster carbine. So we'll
Oh,
see if that
sweet.
works.
Oh dang, I
Okay.
forgot. I got that too.
Yeah. So because I already have proficiency with everything, I just get to reroll the damage dice and keep whichever one I want, which, believe it or not, will be the higher one. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the sharpshooter style. He is far away, so same will deal, and then I will go blaster carbine, and then I'll do it without the ranger's quarry. Blaster carbine. Ooh, love it.
So partially broke the party's luck.
Yeah. And there we go. And yeah, it worked right. I got that max damage on my weapon damage. Yeehaw.
Perfect.
That is all for me.
All right, a 2 is up. You see he's kind of taking his time, hoping to aim up a good or line up a good shot. And he shoots.
Ooh.
Oh.
It worked out for him. And he gets a solid crit off of it. Doesn't get the sneak attack damage, unfortunately, but he gets some solid damage off. You see this thing start sparking. It looks like it really is getting close to its last legs. All right, the walker is up. You see him just yell, I'll just do this manually. And he walks forward towards
Oh
Gil.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, so sweet. Get your shot off, too.
Woo! Okay. And I will make sure I stop the other stuff. Hold on. And blaster carbine. Heck
Nice. That'll
yeah.
hit.
Oh,
You still get target lock, though.
oh yeah. I keep. It's fine. Roll 1d6. There we go. Lovely.
Every one counts.
That's true.
Mhm.
And you see him get forward, and just with a smile on his face, you see him bash down on his control panel and initiate another stomp. It's a DC 18 deck save.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
Hey.
And resistant to the damage, so that's divided by 2, divided by 2.
Nice. That's 8 damage. Yeah, you get out of that pretty well. You get
Yeah,
out-
I imagine
Dang.
he like Gil does not move a muscle. He just kind of stomps on them, but can't actually fully stomp on them. And Gil just says, "You want to get your money back, man? Not just for that, you men too. There was a guard up front. He let us in. He just let us in, man. It's not your day. Not
Don't
your
give
day.
over our buddy. Come on.
I'm not saying who. I'm just saying one of them."
See, he's like beet red right now. He is pissed. You see him just kind of like glaring at the screen, but says nothing. Ping, you are up.
All right. So Third time's a charm, and we are going to force shunt again. After his failed stomp, I feel it's going to happen this time.
It's your time. Let's see how he does.
No.
Which, uh, just enough. Is able to keep himself up.
All right.
He's got a
He's going to
plus hit.
keep retreating.
A little hard. All right. Ooh, you are up.
Alrighty. Well, he is out of my range again. So, lightsabers aren't doing anything anyway. I think I will... Yeah. I don't think a construct's going to be too big on the wisdom. 15-foot cone from there. So I think I should just get him. And yeah, a wisdom save. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we just missed it.
Nice.
Alright, and then that is... Sonic Scream. Oh, come on. Is it really only 2d6? Okay.
That's a blast off. You see the guy on the other end is even holding his ears with the machine
That
and
goes
stuff.
up at 5th level, and I've not adjusted that, so I'm going to roll it one more time. 6 more.
That's a bit
I'll
better.
take
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so the machine's starting to get close. Looks like a decent hit may take it down.
Oh no! I should have read. This ability has no effect on constructs.
Oh, does it not?
Uhl would know
Still a
that.
Nice,
Yeah, you could definitely do something
Alright,
different.
yeah,
You
sorry,
would
I was
know
just
that,
reading
yeah.
through everything. I was hoping that there was other effects to happen. Okay, so instead I would have done burst. That was going to be my alternative. And I just need to make sure that I don't hit our four-armed friend. So I think... that's 30, because I think... I don't think I can get to this... I might have been able to get to that square. Yeah, I don't think so. Am I gonna hit Gil
I
there?
think it's only in the 10-foot radius, isn't it?
Centered on me, so it's 15 out.
Yeah. Oh, 15. Yeah, that would affect Gil.
Yeah, that would get Gil. Yeah. God, oh, Gil's been pretty dexterous though today.
He's got the
Please don't
saves.
jinx it. Hey man, this thing hasn't been able to do much to Gil. Cough, cough, already below half health. But like,
Alright, I'm just
Uhl's
gonna...
competent.
Uhl is frustrated. He runs up. Once again, the darn thing's out of his reach, and he just yells over to Gil and says, "Jump!" And then he casts out burst. So
What's the DC?
dex save is going to be 14.
All right.
That actually goes perfectly with what I was going to ask for. Oh,
No, it's at will, so no damage, so don't even bother rolling it. Alright. Cool.
this could also, but this could still lead in a cool moment with that nat 20. If Gil were to use his last way of flying knock to jump up 30 feet into the air, he wouldn't be within 5 feet of this thing anymore, right?
Within 5 feet of the creature? No.
Meaning, the moment he gets up there, could he unload 2 more of his hunter's rifle shots into the thing?
Uh, give me a straight D20. We'll say high you can, low you can't.
I cannot.
Okay.
Dang.
I'm going
The
into Sorosu
duality.
again, and that's my turn.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, sorry. In that case, Gil is going to, since he's still in rage, he does get rage damage. he is going to, with his lightsaber and his other, just go for this thing's legs.
Alright.
Let's see here. Syntax error, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's try that again without the rage damage. Nice. 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 I take that attack of opportunity. Give it.
He is you see him aim down with his medium blasters. I think that will hit.
That finally will hit after all this time. 14, you say. 14, reaction, force reflect.
Alright.
Wait, actually, would it be better for... Nah, you know what? Not force reflect. I don't want to use the force point. Saber reflect. Just
Alright.
2d6. Let's see here.
Yeah, he brought it down to 10.
10. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad, but a little oof. As he's after I imagine whenever we've tried to cut into this thing with the lightsaber, it's not that we're missing, we just can't get through the armor. So
Yeah,
this is the last time Gil tried. He's been very consistent with how awful he's been with it, and it's just like he just sighs, moves over, takes the shot in the shoulder, and is going to let out this one shot with his hunting rifle.
Nice.
Alright, nice, that'll hit, and solid damage on it too.
Yep.
It is looking rough.
Hey, this might be a bad time to ask, but that's pretty saber resistant. You said Zerker sells that kind of stuff? Will you recommend them? Just, leaving out the obvious fact it's not working out for you now, of course.
You see, he just looks super pissed on his end of the screen.
It's an honest question. Mandalorian. It's I take these kind of jobs.
You see, he just kind of just shakes his head and just like bright red, looking like he would just kind of like he could smash something if he could.
No,
Uh,
got it. Good.
Rid, you are up.
Alright, still trying to chip away at this guy. Same deal with the sharpshooter style. And I'll go first attack. Ooh, love it.
That'll miss.
And second
There we
one.
go. That's a hit.
Heyo. Okay.
Nice.
And we will. Okay, one sec. Now we're good. We will blaster carbine. Woo! Love it.
That's all your
Okay.
stuff too, right? Did you
Yeah,
re-roll
we're.
your d6? Oh, you did. Okay.
Yep, I did. That's right on
All
there
right.
now.
It's smoking, staggering, but it is just on its feet. Like
Alrighty.
literally just on its feet.
That's
Two.
that's it for my turn.
The 2. You still got that knife, right?
God damn it, Anna.
Dude shakes his head and just pulls out his pistol. Takes a shot. That will hit. You see, he kind of shoots into a lot of where your saber marks were kind of cutting through into the thing, but it's not kind of bypassing the armor fully. And you see one of the bolts just kind of flies right through it. And you see the walker crumble. It just kind of start to explode. You see kind of a shrapnel and just all the droid's parts just get kind of flung around the area as you guys take down the Zerka Enforcer.
I see why my
Yay.
brother liked you.
Perfect. So you see that crumble. Two looks to say, we gotta get out of here, guys." And just as he says that, you see an alarm start to blare and lights start to flash.
5 for ping, by the way.
Yeah, he's just gonna see twice on himself if possible. If just once, even that's alright.
Nice.
Nice.
Dang.
And then yeah, the Colto pack was at ping as we're just gonna head out here.
Oh, nice. All right. I will take that. I almost got dropped, like right at
I
the
know.
start.
I was like, what the?
Hey, ooh,
Okay.
you'll be alright.
Yeah,
Oh, didn't mean to click it twice, but you know what? You'll do it twice.
I click a tree and get the crick out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Perfect. So you guys are taking off.
Yeah, I'll scooch.
Perfect. How what you guys? How you heading out, or what's your plan?
Maybe yell at Ren real quick and say, can you interrupt that signal?
I can see.
I don't know if that helps us, but give him the
I
hey,
don't know.
all clear, all fine here. How are you guys?
How are you guys? Yeah.
So are you trying to turn the signal off, or try to do the kind of like a all clear comm message?
Um. Yeah, I don't know if they'd fully believe us, but it might be worth a shot. But I also know it'll take time, seeing as we're trying to scooch out. um. Okay. We'll say the like all clear targets neutralized thing.
All
You
right.
know.
So you've already hacked into the system on that side, so you can try
Yeah.
to send a intercom message. Red, are you sending the message?
If
Unless someone else would like to, with their higher charisma than
yeah, if it's
negative one.
that, if yeah, if she's already in the system and that, then Uul would definitely consider maybe just going over to do that. So
Yeah,
Our
she's definitely.
other
let's
Oh,
say
go ahead.
that Ren is like, I'm already in the system. We can
yeah.
do the message.
The other thing that I would suggest is potentially, I don't know if they'll believe that they'll like, I don't know if they'll believe us if we were like, they're dead. Maybe just give them a little bit of misdirection or something. Oh yeah, they're heading east. You know, go for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Is up to you.
Ping could probably help out too. Try to mimic the voice, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right. Give
What do we
me.
want to tell them though?
Oh, yeah. What are you guys gonna say?
I don't know. Like I said, I think that misdirection might be our best bet here, just in terms of like, oh, they're heading,
Um,
you know,
yeah.
We're
So
just on our way out, right?
yeah. So saying that we're like, I don't know, going deeper, or oh, we're
Yeah.
going to the, one of the other buildings.
yeah, is there like another building I could maybe point them at in the facility?
There's the one by the hangar.
That one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I'll jump on the comms and just be like, the intruders have breached the compound and they are now being held up at the control tower. We need all available assets to breach and retake control of the building.
For, and Uld, are you helping with the deception? Are you proficient with deception?
Um, I am not proficient in deception, no.
Okay.
So
Uh, then
I can offer guidance.
yeah, definitely.
There you go.
So roll a guidance and ping. Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Dang.
Come on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
13.
also a D6 now too. If you want to
Oh,
re-roll
that's
that.
right.
Oh, that is true. 15's
15's
definitely
not
Uh,
better.
too bad.
No.
So you hear some chatter on the comm links as you give your message ping. It sounds like the same guard that you spoke to earlier on your way in. And he goes, "But you just said they were in the prisoner room. Are they going that way now?" And he just seems super confused and still scared. And it seems like buys you a little bit of time, but as you guys are running, you do hear the real boss get back on the line and just yell, "You imbeciles! How many times will you fall for these force users' tricks?" He says they are going, they're still in the facility. Catch them. All right. Perfect. So you guys are running away. So that's what we'll do. So gotta do 3 rounds of this. Give me either athletics or acrobatics, or actually any skill you guys think can help you get you through this section unnoticed. So you guys will need to get 3 successes as a party to make it out
Okay.
unscathed. But if you get 3 failures, it's gonna generate another encounter. So you guys can pick amongst yourselves what skills you want to use. But how are you guys gonna get out of here without
Let
anybody
me tell
noticing?
you, I can go wild with stealth. Like wild.
Are we running through a corridor?
So you guys are kind of in the compound, trying to make your way out. So just kind of just outside the prison.
Okay. I mean, Uhl can hoof it. He's got some. He can definitely dig deep and push for speed, but yeah, I think we can allow Ren to take the lead and try and keep a quiet eye out.
Okay, I'm going to take a smuggle and then start
Nice.
stealthing.
All right. So you guys do
31.
stealth. Very sweet. So stealth, that'll be kind of a group check there. So everybody give me a stealth check.
Alright.
So this will count as one success
Alright.
if you guys make it through. All
Gil
right.
Gil was so now like I'm rolling with this. Gil was so disappointed with the walker. He has his shotgun and he is like ready and willing to go right now.
All right.
31, a 15, 30, a 19.
Perfect. So as a group, you guys do pass.
Woo!
So with just actually pretty well. So Gil was the only one bringing it down, but you guys were able to make it through without too much difficulty for the first section. So kind of what else are you guys gonna try to do to get out of this facility?
I'll turn to Gil and say, I kind of scope out. It looks like there might be, hoping there's a clear section here, and turn to Gil and say, you and I are up. We gotta make trail and just try and hoof it. Tell everyone else
Huh?
to try and keep up. Just really push, dig in and sprint as fast as we can to another section.
You familiar
Looney
with
Tunes
Daru?
style is going from like one area to the other of cover.
Nice. So everybody, give me athletics checks.
That'd be good, I'll tell you that.
Hey.
There we go. This is another group one. So.
Yep. Told you. I got a negative one. I'm a ranger.
Oh,
Going
no.
from pure
Told you.
dex to pure strength. Here
Ping
we
tripping
go.
up on his robes.
All right, so we've got just a 2 left. All right, actually, so either way, it didn't matter. So 2 failures. All right, so you guys are hoofing it. You see a pair of guards kind of emerge from behind one of the corridors and kind of let off 2 quick blasts at you guys as you're running for one of the failures. And you take so nothing too bad. 4 energy damage and have 1 success, 1 failure
Can
off of that.
can I reflect that?
Oh, sure, you can reflect that for your personal one.
Yeah.
You'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll do the same actually.
Hey, we
I'll
can
do the
shoot
same,
that back
but,
actually.
Perfect. It's everybody that can saber reflect. Get your saber reflect going. All right, you guys are rolling really well. The saber. So yeah, you guys sent 3 of the bolts back, and you see 3 guards just drop as you reflect the blast into
I'm starting to feel better now.
them.
So I think maybe Ping will be up. Is there still more guards, or did we like down them all?
So you kind of
Going
down
for
that
it.
group that kind of caught wind of you.
All right. Maybe Ping isn't up yet. So I'll hold
Yeah,
my.
I'll turn back to Ren and say, all right, back to your lead, I think.
Do we want to do some more stealth? So I still got that.
Smuggle's still up,
assume-
right?
Got that smuggle still.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we'll again do the Looney Tunes, like popping from corner to corner here. Okay.
All right. Give me another round of stealth then.
Alrighty.
Oh no!
Now it's who
Well,
has the bloodlust.
Ooh.
Loving it.
Ooh,
Oh,
no!
we're doing so well here.
So, unfortunately, some guards, they kind of after that, you guys took down that other unit. Another kind of
Oh,
response to
but
you guys. Are
are these adding the 10? Because the 2 would be at like a 19 right now, and
Yeah. Tegan, is there a specific DC that you're going
uh,
after?
yeah.
definitely. So even with the 10, so with you guys using stealth, the DC kind of crept up a little bit
Okay.
further for the second time.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so you see them kind
Yeah,
of
I mean 12 and a 13. Those are.
trailing after you a bit.
All right.
Alright.
So maybe ping can be up now, and I will try a mass malasia on the group to try to incapacitate them trying to chase us here.
Perfect.
So maybe just like a force check or
Yeah, so just give me a force check on that one.
right. Oof, not
Uh,
great.
not great on that one. That was a DC 13. Since they were pretty wise, but they are able to succeed against it. So
Ooh,
you see the
that's
guys
something.
running. They initially start to feel a little sick, but you see them just kind of power through it and continue chasing you. Uh, and eventually, you do make it outside of the facility, but you do see kind of waiting in front of you near the gate. The senator himself, along with the bounty hunter you guys spared, two battle droids, and right next to him, the scared looking guard that you guys walked past initially. And you see, he just like the guard next to him just looks panicked, but he is like the senator almost has his hand on the guard's back, keeping him close to him. All
You
right.
know, Noru was preparing an assault with the kids. This would be a good time for them to show up.
You see the senator smile and says, I always wished I could back my own force user. I guess I'll get my own little trophy room started. Put all your lightsabers up there. Uh, Maybe I'll put a little Mandalorian helm or two. Maybe
I
worth
wish
it
you
for
could
my
put my
reelection.
lightsaber up there. If I had one. Just my Mandalorian lightsaber if I had one.
Nah, he's like, you're a strange Mandalorian, but your helmet will look nice in my collection.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'll be taking something of yours as well. Your life.
Perfect. Sweet. So let's get these guys in there. You see, you guys are pretty near the exit. You see the gates pretty much right behind the guy. You also hear. Actually, everybody give me a perception check too.
Oh, I could just go over there. I'll just leave.
Just like-
Yeah, I have a phase walk. I'll just honk going right through.
just skip right on through.
Yeah.
And then where did I put his block?
You
There we
said
go.
perception roll?
Yep, perception roll.
All right.
All right. So pretty much everybody. You also hear, kind of in the background near the hangar, hear the whine of a ship. Kind of sounds like it's booting up its engines.
Hmm.
And Gil, you are up first.
Gil looks at the mercenary that was spared and he just says, "Oh, so I see. I'm guessing you're coming at us with the intent to kill now, after what happened last time."
You see him kind of shrug his shoulders and says, "The guy signs my paycheck."
Yeah, thought so. Man, I wish Tori were here to see this one. As he brings out immediately the hunting rifle. This is the senator, right? Of you?
Yeah, that's the senator up there.
He's gonna just I'm tempted not to raise this turn for Flay the Flyknock to get as close as possible to the senator. Just right in the middle there. I am so tempted. But nah, he is going to rage. He's gonna start walking up. He's actually going to like give this guy a wide berth, like, yep. There first, I got some business here. And he's gonna just point the gun at the senator.
All right. You see, as you see him point the gun at you, he calls the guards. And puts that scared guard in front of him. So take your shot at the guard.
Oh no, Gil doesn't actually want to kill that guard.
That will hit. So you see him push the guard in front of him, and that hunting rifle just kind of blasts through the guard. He's still up, but you can tell that hurt him.
Oh jeez, man, you all right? Bro,
You see the senator say, "At least you'll be good for a meat shield, I guess."
wow. Well, it's a good thing this is basically an anti-tank rifle. It'll bore through him eventually.
Perfect. So you still have your second attack. That will miss the senator.
Oh dang. Yep, he's gonna keep firing. He's targeting the senator. He doesn't really care about the rest of these lads until this guy's dead.
All right.
Gil, you have 3 temporary hit points as you started your turn next to me.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. And Ping, you are up.
All right, so I'm gonna use another spell, and we're getting caught. So I'm gonna double the so I'm gonna use distant power to double the range. I have to move up a little bit here, and I am going to use plague.
Oh,
So it
nice.
should hit everyone except the guy over there. I can't. He's too far away.
All right. That's con, right? Or is that?
Yeah, I'll roll it here. So this is my new spell. First time I've ever used it. Pretty excited.
It's one of my favorites.
Reverse haste.
Yeah. All right.
Plague, and yeah, it's a con save 17.
So the senator does pretty well, but I'm betting the other guys will not. The droid fails it. And the bounty hunter fails it.
Nice.
So you see both of them just kind of just slow down. It just kind of you see the force just kind of sapping their vitality as Ping casts his power.
What about the scars right here?
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll for him. Sweet. Yeah, let me get him in there too. Human shield needs to roll. And he fails as well.
Nice.
All right. Sweet. So you get that off. Oh, and I forgot to confirm. Are you keeping track of the powers?
Ooh, yes, I'm supposed to be doing that. I'll tally that up. I think
Perfect.
I'm the only one that's used.
I've used a level 1.
Phase strike,
Enforce
yeah.
Empowered Strike, right? Does those count too?
Oh, I think you just did a 1-pointer, so you're good with that.
Yeah.
It was only if you used 2 points.
Okay,
for
so
level
then
1,
yes,
yeah.
just Phase Strike, so 2 points for me.
Okay. And I have used Asmalazia. That's got to count.
Oh yeah. You've used the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
All right. That should be. I think that would be 8, because it's a 1+ level.
Oh, for the
The point use. Yeah.
tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be 8. And then for distant power, that'll add 1 to it, right? So 9.
Is that just 1 point to cast, or is it 2 points to cast?
Just an additional 1.
Oh, so you're good. So if it's all, as long as it's only 1 force point, it doesn't track. But if it's 2 force points, it gets thrown on there.
So ping is at 8 points already.
Plus your what'd you have before? +5.
Right. So Ping is at 13. Don't worry, guys. I have a lot more force points. So
Oh, okay.
more.
That's
Uh,
cool. I was worried about that for a sec.
I know.
You see, he is going to use his incite ability. So you see him yell at the bounty hunter, "Do your best. Take these fools down, and we'll make sure you get paid properly at the end." And ooh, you are up.
Alrighty. Let's see. Is there? I can attack the people that are plagued, right? There's not a.
Oh yeah, there's nothing
Okay,
affecting
it
them on
doesn't
that
get rid
side.
of
They have
it.
a lower AC
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna run up to the bounty hunter, frustrated that we let him go, and decided to go back on. And we have the salami, busting that out, engaging that, and then we are going to strike out a couple times at that guy.
Perfect.
Is that a bonus action to do that? I think, right? Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. 20 and a 13.
The 13 will miss, but the 20 will for sure hit.
All right. 12 total damage on that,
Nice.
and that is my turn.
Perfect. You get a solid cut into the man. And then Ren, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here, and he's using him as a human shield, right?
Yep.
So going over to the side here, would that give me like a half cover or something in terms of like against him? I don't know how to say it. Like, I can't imagine that he's that much bigger than the dude, so I'm trying to see if I can like shoot his side or something.
Because he kind of maneuvers the guy. But give me a D20. We'll say if it's a 15 plus, you get a little bit of a easier. You get a chance to try to shoot at him.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, my thing was I have the what's it called? The
Sharpshooter.
sharpshooter style, so I was like
Yeah.
really trying.
Yeah, it's
Um,
more. He kind of calls the guards. He kind of puts them in between his blows.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's and in that case, I will use my bonus action instead to target lock on him,
All right.
and then we will start a shooting. Mm,
Perfect. He's gonna call the guards again. That will hit his buddy though, especially with
Okay.
him being slowed. The second one will hit him.
Alrighty, and we will go. First one like here, and then the second one without the rangers. Okay. Ta-da! And altogether that is, what is that? 18, 20, 30?
Perfect. Yeah. So the takes that first 9 energy damage for the other guy, and then the other target lock and energy damage to the boss.
Yep, yep.
All right. Yeah. So you get a solid blow off of him. The other guy is looking a little weak now, but still standing.
Alright.
All right. The two droids are up. You see one is going to shoot at Ping, the other at. Ooh. So first shot towards Ping. That should hit. Second shot towards Ool. That will certainly miss. So you see them kind of pull up their slug pistols. Ool just goes completely wide, where Ping's homes in and hits for 5 kinetic damage.
So, that's kinetic damage.
That's kinetic. Yep.
So I will take that and I'll make a con save for plague. I'm pretty sure it's got concentration.
It does. Yep.
All right, come on.
You succeed. You just had to be a 10.
Woo. Okay.
Yay.
Um, who shot me? One of the guards on the one of the two sides.
Yep. So the one on the right shot. Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna let that I'm gonna let that attack hit. No, I'm not.
Perfect.
Never mind.
You've
We're
got
good.
Berserk fighting though, right? Okay. You're good
Yeah,
there.
I was thinking about doing that, but nope, we're good. Keep going.
The soldier
You
next
have
to him.
Sarisu up, don't you?
I don't. Nope.
Oh.
I used my bonus to go into salami.
Ah, got it.
Next round. That's what I was thinking. Is this next turn, but
The guy next to him is going to take a shot at at Gil. After Gil hit him with that hunting rifle, and he yells, "Just not cool, man!" And he takes one blaster pistol and just whips it. He's still super terrified of you guys.
Yeah, Gil legitimately feels bad and feels sorry for this guy, but it's not gonna stop him from getting to this guy. But mm, Gil still has hit dice. At the end of this, he might be nice to this guy. We'll see. We'll see.
Shoot your boss, buddy. We'll let you go.
That was his turn, right?
Oh yeah, that was his turn. You're up.
Yep. And this is a space of 5 feet in between us right now, right?
Yep.
So I don't have disadvantage on my ranged attacks here.
Just get it right in his face.
Yep. Go
Alright.
switching over to his heavy shotgun. He just cocks it in this man's face. It's like, I'm going to enjoy this.
That'll hit.
Max damage.
And he already used his call the guard, so you see he takes a full round of pellets to the face.
Alright.
Ouch.
And then after that, cocks it again. And is going to fire once more. And I can reroll damage as well and take either total.
Unfortunately, that will miss the senator. You see him
Oh,
dodge
damn.
just in the nick of time.
Is he slowed? Oh wait, no, he's
Uh,
not
He
slowed.
passed, yeah. So the other three
Yeah.
guys failed, but he's passed.
Yep. So after this dodging the second time, Gil just smiles. Oh, it was fun, eh?
And Pig, you are up.
All right. So I am going to step forward a little bit, I guess, here. And I'm going to twin a force shot. So I'm going to try to hit this guy and this guy up here who shot at me.
All right. Bounty hunter fails, and I will be surprised if this guy passes. He fails as well, so you would bring both of them to the
Nice.
ground.
They're
And
both
you look,
prone and take 7.
and the droid looks like it kind of battered itself up a little bit.
All right, and that's Pink's turn.
Perfect. The senator is looking a little anxious with the big forearm guy right in his grill, and he is going to. What is he going to do? He is actually going to try to shoot you. As you see him bring his blaster rifle up, and or heavy pistol up, it takes 2 shots. First one just goes super wide. The second one does connect for 24. Oof, a lot of 8s on that. 24 energy damage.
Good. That's 12, right?
Yep, 12 for you.
Reaction. Saber reflect. If I roll max on this, he's gonna put it right back in this guy's face. Ah, close. Close.
Perfect. Not enough to reflect it, but you do put some of that back. The bounty hunter is up because I skipped him last round. He is going to try to stab Uhl. If the thing will roll for me. There we go. So that will hit, but he is slowed still, so that is his only attack. But I'm going to have him save because I forgot to save for the other guys. And he is super slowed still.
Nice.
And Uhl, you are up.
Alrighty, so I take 3, 11, 10, and 8. Alrighty, so I take Sarusu now, get that up, and I just took some damage, so with Berserk style, I will add strength here if I hit. I am still in way of salami. Couple attacks coming in. Yes!
Nice.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How's he look?
He little hurt, but he's not bloodied yet. He's still got a decent health pool.
Oh yeah, I'm going 2 points of force and power strikes on top of this.
Nice.
Which, yes, they should all double. So, yeah.
Perfect. And
Need
we
a
do
calculator
the
on that
max
one.
crits. So what would that be? 7 there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you've already had that in. Perfect. All right.
No, I didn't do. Oh, I did. Yeah, the max crit is there for the. Only on the regular damage, right?
Yeah, just on the regular.
Okay.
So like
So the 18 is
anything that
good.
you roll for.
So
Yeah.
48 points is all of that.
Nice.
Because the Way of Isalamiri plus Berserk style is the 7 plus 4. Because that's just straight bonus, and then the force and power strikes 2d8. So you're not doing crit on that,
Oh no,
right?
no, that same thing. So you get 16 for that. So I thought that 12. Oh, so yeah, so it should be 16 instead of 12.
So 16 from the 7, so just add 9 more to that.
Perfect. So that'd be
57 total.
Damn, yeah, he is up, but he looks hurt.
All right.
He went from pretty healthy to super bloody.
Going for one more attack. Let's see. Is salami only on my first attack, I think? Yes, the first one. So it does not apply to this next one. Extra attack. 21.
Still
I'll take
hits.
that. Alrighty. 9 more.
Sweet. And I think you still get to add the rage to that one too, don't you? Or the berserk.
Berserk is deal damage. When you hit, yep. So that would be 4 more points on top of that. So 9.
Yeah, he is looking messed up. A decent blow should bring him to the ground.
And I'll just, as I strike out after I slash him with that second one, I'll just look at him and say, you should have sought out a different employer.
You can't see beneath his helmet, but he looks surprised and hurt. You see, he was a little cocky when he first saw him again. He thought you guys just kind of did some weird force stuff, but he'd be ready for it this time. But now he looks scared. All right, Rin, you are up.
Alrighty. I'm going to sharpshooter style. I don't know, maybe. I guess sharpshooter style. The one that's sort of above me here. I don't really have someone who I'm specifically looking at.
This guy up
And
here.
yeah,
Okay.
and then I'm going to just do my attacks against Big Boss over here. And 1 second. There we go. And another one.
That'll
that
hit.
three? A 4.
He
That
is
was-
going to call his guards and have him take that hit.
Alrighty. I'll go. Bonk. Woohoo. It's 14.
Perfect. So that guard is looking messed up. He's bleeding and burned. It just looks really dazed and confused right now.
Alrighty. And yeah, that's all for me.
Perfect. The two droids are up. This time one's gonna shoot at Ping and one at Ren. So Ping, Ren.
Yeah. Free action.
Ping's just a
Uh,
magnet to these
Yeah.
attacks.
the
And
bullets
so
just
King is going to remember that he has a lightsaber after watching Gil reflect it. He's going to try a saber reflect.
Nice, that's all of it.
perfect. Yeah, you're sending it back at somebody.
Yeah, I'll send it right back at the guy who shot me here. I think he's
It's 20
probably
feet. I think it's 20 feet, right? So
I think
you,
so.
yeah.
Oh,
2060, I believe. Or is it just 20?
Can I
Saber
do it
reflect
with
is 20 feet.
or is it just okay. Yeah, so I'll just put it
18
back
to
as
the dude who shot me.
oh, what'd you say, Ren?
I said 18 to the dude who shot me.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. Because I rolled the 4 for my last die. Superiority die.
Ping, you can do it
RIP.
at disadvantage.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, my apologies. That superiority die is a d6 now.
So yeah, so
Hey,
re-roll that.
Well, it's
Uh,
worse, but that's fine.
that's it takes 9 damage. That was sparking, but still
Oh, sorry,
standing.
not target alone. That's fine. Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, and Ping, you can try to make with disadvantage. So that would be, I think it's your force casting stat, if I remember right. Let me bring
Yeah,
it up.
that's like a force attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, ranged force attack.
Okay, so I think it'll be the same as my force check.
should be.
Uh,
Oof.
so 10.
Actually, hold on. Slow. Does that? Nope. So still not enough. So yeah. So you're able to send it back, but it goes just a little too high. The guy.
All
Okay.
right.
Uh, so this guy with Gil right in his face, he's not going to get any closer, but he's just going to pull out his blaster and take 2 shots at Gil
You
as he kind of
sure you
gets right
want
in
to
the
do that?
or 1 shot
Or
actually at Gil. Yeah, he's
Oh,
really sure. He's really he's scared, but so you see he's like tremoring. His tremor somehow make him get a better shot. So he's pitch you for 6 or 8 energy damage.
Once he gets that shot on Gil, I imagine it actually like dead on like rips through some of the shattered Mandalorian armor, and Gil just looks at him.
good shot. Good shot. Hey, if you survive this, and since he's not gonna be writing your paychecks anymore, give me a talk. You got balls if you just took a shot at me like that.
Did you see him go? Okay.
Gil consistently being nice to the people who shoot at him.
You see the bounty hunter looks at Wool and just looks up and just like he's like, this is just not my day. And slow half movement speed or play half movement speed, doesn't it?
It just says like a slow level 1, I think.
Yeah, one
I'm not
slowed.
actually
So that
sure.
drops at I think like 5 or 10 feet. Because not till you get
I think
to
Look up the slow levels.
level 1, speed reduced by 15, so kind of a half
Okay,
potentially, depending on their
perfect.
normal. But
So he is gonna disengage and try to book it. He is just turning tail and running. He does not want to be a part of this anymore. And Gil, you are up.
Ooh, you gonna leave survivors over there, or speed this up right here? Good talk.
He's gonna just keep shotgunning this man in the face. Max damage again?
That will hit. You already used this call the guards, I think, this round. So you get another shotgun burst to the face.
Yep.
Nearly max damage again. Gil's
Ooh.
just unloading into this man. Like, no stop. Just, like, not flinching. The only time he has stopped is when he got shot by this guy in order to give him a compliment.
So the center is looking a little bloody now.
And Gil just looks over to the guard like,
If any of this hits you, just know, my bad.
That one's
Yeah.
on me.
Ping, you are up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see this fleeing Mandalorian and just be like, "You already got your free pass."
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Twin force shunt again on
All
him
right.
and the other guy in front of me.
He falls. You see him smash to the ground. He is still alive, but is not escaping.
Not that easily.
The droid smashes and is just alive.
All right. That will be Ping's turn.
All right. The senator just kind of looks around and sees everything in disarray. And you see him tap on his data pad, and you hear that whine intensify. And he is going to tap again on the data pad. You see some rocket boots jump out, and he is going to fly up. Gil, you will have an attack of opportunity.
this will be a grappling attack of opportunity.
All right.
So I am considered expertise when it comes to grappling.
Perfect.
26 to keep him
Nice.
exactly where he is. And thankfully, Gil has.
Oh, wow.
Ooh!
Screw
Yeah,
off.
Gil just grabs him by the leg,
Jeez.
pulls him back. Nope. No. No. No.
You see him yell back down at you and says, "If you do not let me go, I will have my ship bombard this thing from orbit. If I'm dying, you're all dying." Uh,
Oh, try it. We'll see who's standing. Here's a little hint. I survived the Mandalorian War.
you see him just glaring as kind of engine wide increases. And ooh, you are up.
All right, the two in front of me, the two guards, whatever. How are their? Is their condition?
Both look pretty damaged. Like a decent hit may take him down.
Okay. I'm gonna just turn and point to the bounty hunter that's on the floor, and just yell out to Ren, say, "You got him. Put him down." And then I'm gonna rush up here to this guy and stabby stab. First attack. 21 to
That'll
hit. Okay. 11.
Perfect. How do you put him down?
Yeah, I'll just, after I point, rush, saber goes underhand grip, rush up to him, and then just dragging it across my body, swiping out at him to cut him down.
Sweet.
And
Can you do anything else, or do you have any other speed or any other range
oh
you can get
no,
to?
I don't have movement. So yeah, I guess I can't do anything. I just stab at
Who
him
did
again because I'm angry.
who did Uul want me to go after?
The bounty hunter. I called out to him.
Okay.
He's on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, he's knocked prone right
Yeah,
now.
he is prone, so that that
I'll
does.
be fine. I have vibro claws. I'll rip into him here.
Nice. All right, Red, you are up.
All right, I do what I said, and that's what I did. So I'm gonna walk on up and start a going. Not gonna get target lock, but is going to get the other one. Okay, and I have 2 attacks and 2 vibro claws. So go for it.
Nice. That'll hit.
Oh,
I'll have
that's with
advantage.
Do you have
advantage
yeah,
as well.
advantage because prone.
Oh, true,
I'll
yeah.
do just a d20 to see. Yeah, no. Okay. And then I will do another one. This one should be okay, cool. And another one with my second attack, and that one's also with advantage. I forgot. Okay, we're fine. And then I'm going to do my first one, and then Ranger's Quarry doesn't apply to the other one, and that also I'll do the math on the other one because it also won't get. Okay, the one for the second damage for the other one is just 2, I think, because I don't get.
Either way, it's more than enough to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, you just
How do
see
you finish?
Ren. Yeah, you see Ren sort of like basically Wolverine, like pop these out of out of her Mandalorian like armor gauntlets and just shred into him. Uh, just wild, and then
Go
pops
give me
back
some
up.
of those.
You just cut right through the guy, and he just see fear in his eyes, just like you really made a bad decision coming back here.
Yeah, a little bit, bud.
All right. The other droid is up. He is going to take a shot at Gil.
This is the first person out of from this bit lad right here. You take a shot at him. A slug pistol. All right, that hits.
All right. So for 4 kinetic damage.
No kinetic damage. Gil's gonna reflect it back at this guy, and he will reckless as well. Thanks to Furious Force, he can reckless force attacks.
Oh,
And
nice.
since they count for that, so this will be at advantage, and it'll be his force check. 23 to hit.
Nice.
That will hit.
Cool.
All right, same kind of damage as that guy. So either that 8 or rolling again.
So I think it's just the same damage. So he takes that. He's looking bloodied now, but he's still looking pretty healthy.
And after that, Gil's just gonna look to this guard right here, like,
Hey, you don't have to shoot me again.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Seeing his boss trying to bail on him, and the bounty hunter just get viciously stabbed to death. You see him just drop his guns and put his hands up.
No, you can take a shot at him if you want.
You see him he looks like a kid, like caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He just looks scared and confused, and he just keeps holding his hands really high as he sweats profusely.
Smart man, we'll talk later. You though.
Gil grabs one of his vibro knucklers.
It isn't what Ren has, but it is
Oh,
mine.
but actually, you can't make a grapple attack.
Wait, what?
You're 10 feet away.
Oh no!
So he is 30 feet up in the air now.
Was 30 feet up in the air. Way of the fly knock. He's gonna grab one way or another. Raging, he has advantage.
All right. Oh no!
No!
Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to. I can try and Defiant. I still have that.
Okay.
Come
How
on.
close do you have to be for Defiant?
It's
60 feet?
a creature that you can see and understand. I'll put it in chat.
Oh, is there no? Oh, sweet. There's no range. Yeah, throw a Defiant on there. If you
All
get
right,
a.
come on.
Oh, actually, I don't think you can beat it.
Yeah, you tie.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. We could still see if it dies.
Yeah, we can still see if it ties. Yeah, you're not gonna use it for anything else this session, probably.
Okay, well, we'll try. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
just
anyone
rub it in.
has anything else to add on to that,
Do we not have another group? What's it called? No, that wouldn't work. The group.
You guys do have some
Inspiration.
inspiration, I think. Let
That's the
me.
only other thing.
Yeah,
Because I'd
you
say
got 4.
then
Oh.
use it, dude. Do it.
is this the right call using the inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
No!
you got it.
That is rough.
Yeah, the
Double
game.
net.
All right, everybody. Good
The
night.
game
Thank
says
you.
no.
Thank you for watching. That is all for tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Double
listen.
now,
Two inspirations.
You can't double up for
No.
inspiration.
Yeah. No.
unfortunately.
Okay. This guy wasn't kidding about that bombardment, as it turned out. Gil just wrote kill on whatever he was bringing over. Oh.
Sweet. So that is. So you come back to the ground. You still do have one attack though, if you want.
Bringing out his. Ah, he only has his shotgun loaded right now. And he can't reload, he just used this bonus action. Shotgun it is. Thankfully, it's got enough range for this. Let me look again. Yeah, just barely 30 feet. Alright, Gil takes the shotgun. And he's gonna fire. This does not have advantage because it's not strength based, sadly.
All right. That'll
18
hit.
for 10 kinetic.
You see, it pelts him. You kind of see him a little shaky in the air. But he is still keeping himself standing.
Hey, Ping, if you got anything to kind of reach him up there, knocking him on his butt from that height would probably do the thing. Broken neck and all that.
All right, Pink, you are up too.
Yeah, so Ping is gonna watch Gil jump and just whiff it, and then come back down. And he's gonna shake his head. He's gonna come up here.
Oh wait, he
Then
also
I'm
takes
going
2
to
damage
try.
from flying off.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna try a force shot. So I'll twin it again. So I'll hit this guy over on the left, and then I'll try to hit the big guy.
One thing.
He fails.
Yeah.
So you
Knocked
see
from
him
30
come
feet in the
crash into
air.
the ground. It takes 11 falling damage. Let's see if his little guard even survives this.
Doesn't sound like you would.
His guard crashes to the ground. You see the just smash apart. All right, it's his turn again. He looks pretty pissed. He just looks up at you guys like really, really. And you see the ship is overhead, but it is too far for him to get to. But he is going to take a disengage action and move another 15 feet up.
Gosh. You can try.
He looks down at you all and says, I will have the ship shoot on us all. Let me go, or this will be your end. And ooh, you are up.
Doesn't seem
I'm
like a
personally willing to take the chance. Not the
Yeah,
first
I'm
time
fine.
I've been in the bombardment.
Is this guy still up over here?
Yeah, he dropped
he
his
surrendered.
guns.
He
He dropped-
surrendered.
Okay.
Surrendered.
I'm just gonna rush over and, well, are we in pretty much open courtyard, or is this?
So an open courtyard, except the gate's kind of like that big yellow and white thing.
So can we just leave now? Is there anything else preventing us, or is the gate closed? Or
The gate is closed, but you could cut through it or security through it, whatever you wanted to get through it. And nobody's trying to stop you anymore. So he's trying to run.
Yeah.
The other guy's just holding his hands up like rigid. And the droids and the bounty hunter are super dead.
Is Gil? You're not He's not grappled to the guy, right?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Well, sadly, was never to be. The game has spoken.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna rush forward and I'm gonna start cutting us a hole in this fence just to, get us out.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm
no
gonna do.
need to even do an attack roll on that one. You're able to, with your action, to just cut through the fence and get a good hole in there.
Okay.
All right,
That will
Red, you
be
are up.
my action.
I'm just gonna come on up here.
I'm gonna lend aid actually as well, just in case.
So
Need a little extra.
I'll ask this for the purpose of asking it, so I don't have a at will go to waste. on-off wouldn't apply to the rocket boots.
I don't think so. Let me look. I think it has something about being worn, doesn't it? Being
It
used or something like
is sonic device. It says being wielded. Yeah.
that. Yeah, so that wouldn't work for this one.
Mm. Okay.
Damn.
Then I know, right? And how is he looking in terms of health?
He's bloodied, but he still looks pretty healthy. He used the other guy for a lot of his damage.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
How far up was he?
So
Only
he's just
15 feet.
15
Yeah.
feet
He's only 15.
Yep.
because he had to stand up and then
Also, I was
use
like,
his action to disengage.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. My only thing else that I'm looking at is push and pull, but I just I don't have the wisdom for it right now. Full stop.
It's not
Let's
got
see.
great strength.
Just pull him down.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I really think with a +4, he's just going to be able to get it. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then the other thing I was looking at that would also potentially be bad because he's again got that dang strength. Hmm.
Would
You
Ping be
could
able to
shoot
do an
him.
insight check to see if he's telling the truth?
Oh,
Like,
for
I just
sure. Roll
want
me
to know
insight.
if we let him go, is he gonna still kill us, or if we kill him, will we die? Just what telling the truth.
Roll me an insight. Uh,
Gil believes him that he'd bombard the place, but Gil believes he could survive it.
Yeah, I'm not. Ren is sort of in that same state of mind here.
So the senator is certainly telling the truth. You could tell that it looks like he had an open comm line as he was speaking. Basically, if he dies, they will bombard it. You get that he's pretty scared at this point. He may just try to turn tail and run if he makes it to the ship.
Alright. Yeah, I won't risk it for my terrible wisdom score, so I'm just gonna start pelting him some more. Okay. Boom. And we'll go point to point.
Both those will hit.
We'll do here, and then we'll take off quarry and go here.
24.
Nice. He's
Yep.
starting to look a little messed up. As a
Alrighty,
blasters pelt him, is just gonna keep himself in the air.
and then and then I'll I'll again do my sharpshooter style so I can get some more damage off on him. We're really going for it here.
Perfect. Gil, you are up.
What was the name of our ship again?
The Crimson Ronto.
Got it. Gil's gonna look at this guy right there.
Alright, he's about to start blowing this place to smithereens. Head to around the dark. Look up the Crimson Ronto. Man named Noro. Tell him Gil sent you. Don't mind the kids. We'll talk later. I'll treat you to a drink. I recommend doing that and not just running, because if as you can see from this, no one really gets away.
As he's going to just start continuing to unload with his shotgun.
That'll
Ah,
miss. That'll hit.
and I can re-roll that, thankfully. Let me just thanks to Weapon Master. Let's hope for not minimum damage. Well, average damage is still not.
There you go.
Yeah, sweet. That'll be what, 12? No, you already put the 4 in. Sweet.
8.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's looking messed up. A couple good hits can take him down, or one or two big hits. He's getting down to the wire.
Hey, actually, as he's shooting him, he's also still moving up towards where Ping's carved the hole, and not Ping, where Ul's carved the hole, and he looks over to Ping.
Hey, you may want to knock him down again, or we really need help.
Ping, you are up.
So Ping 100% believes that he is going to die if this guy does not get away. So he is just going to like shake his head and be like, "You guys are all nuts," and tip his hat to the senator and sprint away.
Perfect. All right, the senator with 23 HP jets into the kind of like this little open door. He rocket boots right into it, and you see the ship just book it
Can
to
I at least
orbit.
get my opportunity attack off?
Oh yeah,
I
get
won't
your
kill him,
opportunity attack. Let's see
but
if
I
it.
want to
Let's see.
really.
If you get a
If we
crit,
know.
it could do something.
That's true. All right, let's go. I was waiting. I was trying to. I didn't know how high up the ship was because on my next turn I could have tranked him, and that's what I was waiting for. But I will instead do this, and we have these guys, and
Oh,
That'll hit.
ah,
oh, it's only
yeah,
12. Okay.
yeah, and then we'll. I guess
Oh no.
Oh,
18.
I know.
Does anyone have anything else?
he's got 5 HP left.
I
He's
was so close.
Wait, does this guy? What was the turn order again? When did this guy go?
he went right before you. He
Oh
just
Nope.
kind
yeah,
of
he wouldn't
chilled.
have
Yeah, he
gotten this.
still had his hands up. He still. So this guy, he makes it up there. He is bloody to hell, but the senator from Caught is able to escape.
You understand that he's gone away. We're probably gonna have our faces all over this planet. And a couple others as well. He's gonna pull a few strings for us, right? Right, Bing?
So he's not gonna have my face all over the place.
Fair point. I'll take the extra competition. Hey, you there, over there. What's your name? Never caught it yet.
He's still hands up completely. He's like, my name is Alo. Uh, uh, Apologize. I'm sorry, guys. He paid me. He told me I had to fight. He told me the Jedi was taking everything we loved, so I kind of joined up. But you guys seem okay. Just what do we call it? By guys, you can have my blaster, and I'll go.
No. I'm gonna treat you to a drink. We played a dirty trick on you earlier, scared the life out of you. Maybe reminded me back the young ones in the Republic back during the start of the war. Listen, let me treat you. I'll introduce you to Noro, the kids. Probably just the kids. Noro probably doesn't care about that. But let's talk. Let's see what we can. Yeah.
I'm Wool's gonna just yell out like, "We need to move." I'm sure Ping's already running, but yeah. So I still potentially worry about the ship as well.
Perfect. So you see a 2 run out of cover, and goes, "Yeah, we should book it out of here,
A
guys."
2? Where the hell has he been?
He's been-
Bastard.
in reality, he was hiding. In the game, he was hiding. In reality, I can out about him. So he kind of comes out at the end. He's like, you guys did good work there, but we should probably go. We should.
And a two. One good shot from you would have been done.
So
This is
you,
why Kato likes you too. It's why I. Let's just go.
so he books it. You've got Alo reluctantly in tow. He looks like he wants to run, but he sees how well that works for everybody else, so he just kind of jogs along with you guys, and you make it back kind of undisturbed to the Crimson Ronto. And once you get back, two kind of just throws themselves in the seat. It just kind of takes a deep breath and goes, appreciate you guys coming for me. I thought I was gonna rot in these dungeons. Uh, he looks around as Noru kind of struggles with a group of Jedi younglings and the two angsty Padawans. And he goes and says, "So you're looking for some Jedi to offload the kids on, right?"
Not necessarily. Just a good place for them to stay. Doesn't necessarily have to be Jedi, since those are on a bit of a drought. Let's say. Ping, you're better at talking about this stuff than me. I'm gonna go make sure the kids haven't cut off any of Nuru's limbs and get the guard introduced to all of them.
Yeah. So Ping would just kind of like sit down and kind of lounge, like that was a long day, You're like, well, maybe we should get off planet and then discuss what comes next.
This is well, I'll get over to my ship. Before I do that, I don't want to put this on any comms. And he kind of looks at you guys intently, really kind of focusing on Ul and Noru, before kind of looking at the rest. It says, I may know where some Jedi are hiding out. I found a couple of knights and a master that have kind of found their own little sanctuary. They're kind of keeping a low profile so they can figure out what's going on. Uh, if I could trust you, this is they kind of promised me the secrecy, but with you guys saving my life, I think I may be willing to break that promise. If I could be sure you guys won't let this information get out.
No? Sounds like a
Penguin
promising
Can
deal.
handle that.
Uh, you see him nod, and he takes him a few seconds to start speaking. This is like it's kind of a big decision for him. He goes, "All right, uh, let me put the coordinates in. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the planet, or actually the moon, I should say. But a couple of Jedi have been hiding out on the fourth moon of Yavin. They've been based up this old Sith pyramid Exar Kun used to use. Uh, something dark side they said makes it hard for other people to detect them. I don't really understand the science of it, but they've been there for about a year and nobody's knocked on their door yet.
Hmm.
Kind of you see him go to your nav computer and tap in the coordinates. If you want to, you've got the option for them. And you see him go kind of start to walk out the door. I'll even roll with you over there just so I can vouch. So he kind of looks pointedly at Ren and Gil, so they just don't think it's a setup. Uh, Fortunately, a lot of those guys have hard feeling it's Mandalorians, if you get my drift.
Yep, I
Yeah, yeah.
understand. The armor gives the wrong signal for me.
uh, you see, he goes, says, "Well, I don't have much stock with me, but I've got a little bit of a stash out at that temple. So when we get there, I'll make sure I got to hook you up with some of my little rare goodies I found on my travels."
Yeah, sounds like a good deal. Thank you, Atu.
As you see him nod and says, he points the pig. He's like, and Gil, I owe you guys a drink. Probably get to a civilized planet, should I say? But for now, let's just get the hell off cart. And he's kind of a turtle, and he takes off and heads to his ship's the hangar where his ship is docked at. And after a while, you see kind of a little ping from him as he makes orbit and gets ready for hyperspace. Before you guys leave, is there anything you want to still do on COT?
Gil was still gonna take that guy out, get some drinks, mostly chocolate milk or some kind of soda with the kids. Gil feels bad about like what they've done to this guy, and that was not that guy's fight, honestly, in Gil's eyes. So Gil's gonna try and set him up with a little bit of credits out of pocket.
Oh, nice. He'll take the credits. Yes, there's a whole chocolate milk. He ordered chocolate to kind of follow your lead. He looks like kind of a deer in headlights, super rigid the whole time. Just kind of nodding and say, "Yes, sir. Yep, yep. All right. Yep. Yes, sir." And then takes the credits and just kind of seems genuinely surprised and just says, "Thank you. I wasn't expecting that." It just kind of nods at Gil and says, I appreciate it."
Have a good life. Hope next time we fight, it's more on your terms.
He says, "I hope you have a good life too, and I'm not going to be fighting anytime soon, and this hopefully shouldn't be a next time."
And that, kids, is what you do when you ruin a man's life.
Let's
And
see.
that's his afternoon
At
after
some
the
point,
whole heist.
Perfect. Were you about to say, Ping?
at some point, Ping will disappear for a little while, and he'll come back and his and look normal with his cloak on. He'll take the fine robes off, get the blood stains out.
Perfect. Ping clings up a little bit. Uh, So what's your guys' next move? Are you guys gonna go see the Jedi on Yavin? Still have got a couple other missions with Merc and the Holocron for Revan still there too. So where are you guys heading next?
I think we need to get rid of these kids.
Yeah.
Dump these kids off.
Yeah.
Maybe get some insight or recruit for what was the other place? Kessel? No?
So you guys have Merc and
Merc. That's what I
Dathomir.
was thinking of, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect. So that's what we'll kick off next session. With you guys seeing the Jedi on Yavin. Actually, we'll go into that next session. So yeah, that's where we'll pick off the next session with you guys on planet and seeing kind of how the Jedi are doing, and if they're willing to take your kids off your hands.
alrighty,
Uh,
awesome.
The
Sure.
stash from a 2. Will we resolve that next session?
We will, because there's gonna be a little something with that. So I'm just gonna resolve that next session too.
Cool.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah. So I did not think the guy was gonna get away after that. That double
I
nat
was-
one was rough. That
It
double.
really was. The
We're
game
so
said the
close.
game decided. It decided and it has spoken.
So close.
So if he did die, the ship was basically going to launch an explosion at you guys. So it would have been 8d6. So
Fine.
Yeah.
so I
Ping
think
had
Yeah, a little bit of scorched stir.
I was through the fence. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
so it would just been pretty rough for Ping and Gil, but I think everybody else would have been all right.
Yeah,
Gil
I
would have
had-
had advantage on the save. He would have been alright, hopefully. Unless that double nat one happened there.
True.
Mhm.
But oh yeah, so if you pass the save, you've been okay. If you failed, that would have took you down. Most
Yeah,
likely. Most
absolutely.
It would have been fine. I had force heal in my back pocket. Waiting around. Mhm.
Perfect.
I would have been forced to use a lot more force points and disperse force as high level as I can get it.
Oh yeah, let's do that before I forget about that.
Oh yeah, so I have so Ul has 4 and I have 13.
Perfect. And I think Gil has a couple from that earlier fight.
No, he was. I almost did the force reflect, but I went with saber reflect instead.
Oh, you still
Normally,
have
Gil.
two from or Armor of Abeloth day you guys fought the guys in the bar.
That is true. Like normally, Gil does have armor of Ablet. Just completely forgot it again and again this time around.
So that was super high. So luckily you guys are good. Nobody catches trace of your force use. And you are able to kind of make it safely to hyperspace unnoticed.
Nice.
Perfect. So with that rule, I think you minus your level, is it, from your force point use? Let me look that up.
I remember if it was proficiency or level. I forgot what you said.
I forgot too. It's one of the two, but I cannot remember.
Gil will be wiped out regardless, so he's
Oh
all
yeah,
good.
he'll be good.
What's my total at?
4.
Okay.
So you'll either be good or just have one. So during a long rest, yeah. So by amount equal to their level. So everybody but Ping is good. Ping,
Okay.
you just have, what was that, 8 left? So 8 left, yeah. Perfect.
And you got to
guys have
roll equal or under.
yep, equal or under.
Cool. Cool.
Sweet. So that's where we'll pick up next session of you guys dealing with the Jedi on Yavin, and it should be a fun one. I've got some fun stuff planned with the Jedi, so that should be a good session.
Alrighty,
Nice.
we'll midweek change plans, so you have to change it.
Well, so the Jedi was fun. I'm hoping you guys get to Dathomir eventually. That's been one that I've got a fun mission
gosh.
planned for.
Oh, good stuff. All right, guys,
Perfect.
good stuff. See you in a couple
All
weeks.
right.
Yeah.
See you in a couple
Bye-bye.
weeks.
Thanks for the great game, guys.
Bye.